Kapla, 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 kapla.
Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan. My handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios. Weekly Wing It number 43. Starting off here with me, I got Maji-chan. Maji,
Hey, what's up?
what game you playing tonight?
Oblivion
All right.
from Bethesda. Old school.
Back before everybody hated them.
I know, right? This is actually what got
We're
him
really
in the
considering
door.
Oblivion old school.
Well, what? It's 20 years old.
And also here with us is Steel and Cookbright, a.k.a. Billy Bobsack, or Mugwai.
Kapla, 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 kapla.
And also joining us in the chat, first in tonight was A.S. Bernard. What's up, Bernard? And we got Guilty Gearhead. So how you guys doing tonight?
Gearhead.
Chilling, watching the show.
And Animation Overload has joined us, says, hello. Thanks for coming aboard, Animation Overload. Yeah, so got a few things in mind I want to talk about tonight. First and foremost, the spoof of a name down there that Billy Bob's has got, Steel and Cookbright. But I want to wait for Lord Otter to get here. We want to talk about Steel and Stormbright. His book just released yesterday.
Well, he's having like gay otter sex or something like that. That's what's holding him up.
Oh, well. Yeah, we could talk about his book, but gay otter sex, yeah, I see why he prioritized. Read out. What's up, man?
What the hell's on the screen up there? It's got the lizard people. They're here.
Oblivion. The characters are beautiful. Now shut up, Riot.
My bad.
Haley's got to go kick some ass.
Oh, dude, I miss Oblivion's customization. You could turn your character bright ass blue.
You can turn. You know what I did?
Smurf.
You know what I did with my character?
See,
I made him look like the very racist black dude. You know, like the 1940s. The game glitches out because you can make them as dark as you want or any color in the game as well.
So you can make like a drow.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I mean, you got the dark elves, which are basically kind of like drow.
Kinda. Needs
hey,
to
can you make Dozen Ray in this game?
The what?
Dozen Ray, or is it Dozen Ray from Star Shatter. His species of people, they look like humanoid tigers. So it pretty much looks like Tony the Tiger type.
There's Khajiit. Show the Khajiit. There you go.
See,
but anyways, if you have your character maxed out on like the black color, Maji, and you get him the vampirism and you let it continue, the game fucking freaks out. It doesn't know what color to do at that point.
All the colors.
Yeah, because you're supposed to. It makes your character pale and everything.
So, if I need to distract this dude, do I just get out a laser pointer?
No. You get skooma, which is a drug, which they act like it's a stereotype.
You can actually steal skooma in Oblivion.
Hold up. Well, you can actually skoomas in every one of them, Maji.
I know it is.
What if I spike his brownies with catnip?
He wouldn't care. He wants skooma. They're all fucking skooma addicts. Also, your cat in the Elder Scrolls lore, your cat could be a Khajiit, depending on when the moon is, would depend on what they look like. So they'll either be the humanoid.
Yeah, a normal house cat with green eyes is a Khajiit.
What was the joke in ESO, Maji? And one of the descriptions that they removed was basically one of the Khajiit's children, the one dude, his child, that he gives to you as a pet.
Oh, Rosendar's cub. I actually have that. It's still there. It mentions it in the description.
I thought you said they censored it. They changed
They
it.
did. They toned it down, but yeah, it's there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be his child is in the description that he gives to you. So y'all want to start off with the Walmart and Best Buy shit? Oh,
actually.
In the difference between the Best Buy and Best Buy is getting rid of all of it, isn't it? Their movies.
Yeah, I think Walmart, they're just doing physical copies of video games as of right now.
Which doesn't surprise me. I mean,
yeah, let me get
well,
those
that's because
articles
they want
up
to cut
here.
out the middleman, and the only way they're going to keep it is by people being outraged.
But Maji, here's okay. I was watching the side scrollers, which Razor Fist and then them went over and everything. When they were pouring out that report saying, I think it was 85% or 90%. Both of them have different numbers of it only being digital sales. You know, they probably including stuff on sale and stuff as well. Like, I don't really feel like that number's completely accurate to digital versus physical sales.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is not completely unexpected because a lot more people are just downloading their movies digitally or catching it on streaming. So less and less people are buying physical copies, and the market's going to feel that. So I could see them scaling back, but getting rid of it completely, that was a shock to me. And we are all big fans of physical media, and our availability, or our ability to get it might be dwindling. You're about to say something, Billy Bob Sack?
No, I was just saying, I was talking about the two articles. There was two articles saying like it was 70% or 90% of all purchases in 2022 were digital. But I also think they're not counting, like they're also counting like when a game goes on sale or backwards compatibility on these systems and stuff.
Yeah, it might be in one of these two articles here because I think, I have the Walmart one on screen now, and the other one, which I think is the first article that to come out, was the Best Buy one here. So let's dig in. This article is by Doc Llewellyn, published 6:37 p.m. on October 13th. Best Buy will sell DVDs through the holiday season that discontinue sales. Due to a decline in demand for the physical media, Best Buy has strategically decided to exit the DVD business. The company will no longer offer DVDs for sale in its stores. The popular consumer electronics retailer plans to discontinue the sale of DVDs and Blu-ray discs, both online and in-house, starting early 2024. And that's the one that really shocks me, is the online part, because you would think they'd still let you order through them. It has been reported that Best Buy decided to end DVD sales 9 months ago, the Associated Press confirmed. To state the obvious, the way we watch movies and TV shows is much different today than it was decades ago, the company said in a statement. Making this change gives us more space and opportunity to bring customers new and innovative tech for them to explore, discover, and enjoy. So they'll have more shelf space, pretty much, right?
More shelf space for broken items that when you try to hook it in and try to get the password set up, doesn't make any sense, and you have to return it or get more and more stuff.
And that's what it's all about.
Just
getting
avoid
more
them
stuff.
What's that? Avoid them at all. Anyways, go to a store that specializes in tech shit. Anyways, over Best Buy.
I miss Radio Shack.
Best Buy used to be the best place to get anime, but that was a long time ago.
What about FYE? Is that still around?
You know, these the fucking Hollywood must be sweating even more knowing that
they are.
Every fucking like Amazon stops selling physical like movies and shows and shit. They're really going to shit.
That's when you know we're screwed as far as getting. Because what are we going to do if they stop selling it? There's got to be ways.
That's
to still
because
get it.
they want to enforce the leasing. They don't want you to own it. They want you to rent it.
Wait. What did I heard something said once or twice or 50 million
Except
times
Maji
last
that
year.
They shot themselves in the foot with that because they get a lot of money off of physical sales. Newsflash.
I know, but they don't realize that.
I know what I've been hearing. It's you will own nothing and you will be happy.
Hollywood figured that out when the streaming bubble finally burst and they realized, holy fuck, we're spending money on these servers, we're spending money on all these shows for our everything, and then no one's buying fucking physical anymore, like all the normies are anymore. Because why the fuck not? You're paying $16 for HBO Max, so why buy it physical when you know got it on streaming? Which they made quite a bit of good money on physical before.
Stormcrow popped up in the chat. What's up, man? We'll probably be seeing him in a while. Royce from A Drink with Crazy. This is what my video tonight is on. Oh, cool. Because, yeah, this is painfully being ignored by a lot. I mean, I don't know if maybe a lot of channels are covering it. I just didn't see them. Out of all the channels I've seen cover this, the only one was Comic Book Cast. Armin from Comic Book Cast. He's the only one I've heard cover that.
I think, well, no. I mean, quite a bit of people cover it. Like
Yeah,
the side
I said that
scrollers.
I've heard, that I've come across. I haven't come across anyone myself. I'm not saying they are not out there. I just haven't seen them.
I've seen Clownfish cover them, the quartering, side scrollers, which is what's his name, Stuttering Craig, and Razorfist was on it today.
Okay, I didn't catch any of that, and I kind of haven't been watching much of the quartering lately because
I haven't been watching him either, but I see his channel, his videos pop up.
Nothing against him, but his point of focus is a little aside from mine. It's like if two personalities get into it over something, it's like where everybody else starts discussing that topic. He likes to discuss the spat, and I'm kind of bored with the drama. I know it's fun for a while, but I'm just bored with it now.
Kind of off topic, but Maji really wants to show you that cat description.
No, talk away. Mine's just a computer game. Dude.
Waiting. Let's go ahead and bring it up. Make her read it.
He just wanted to show this off. Sweet young things like this.
Shakachits Raz.
Batch, I screwed that up. Sweet things, man. Sweet young things like this give this one kittens as keepsakes, says Ive the Queen Razandar. But raising a pet is not consistent with Raz's romantic but itinerant life of intrigue. Perhaps you could give cute Jacques Khajiit a good home, yes? He's literally pawning off your kitten on him.
Here, kitty.
What have I walked into?
The Weekly Wing It. Have you been here before?
Well, no, we were talking DVD sales. This was from before that.
Yeah.
No, I just kind of fell down this hole and yins were down here. I don't know how you're staying alive down here.
Hold up. Read Out was saying, what is this Malakath? Only Maji will get it.
We're not going there.
All right, well, let's go back to Best Buy.
Yes, please.
According to the article, Best Buy will sell movies and TV shows on physical disc until the end of 2023 holiday season, then discontinue sales in its 1,129 locations with 969 giggity in the U.S. The company will still sell video games. For now, thankfully. With Best Buy's departure, Walmart, Amazon, and Target are now the top retailers for DVDs and Blu-ray discs. However, Redbox, which is owned by Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment and has I didn't know that, has a nationwide...
Chicken Soup owns Redbox?
Yeah, that's kind of surprising.
For the soul.
Yeah, Chicken Soup for the Soul. I've seen documentaries where the guy speaks and stuff. I think he's in, what was it called? The Secret. Couldn't remember the name for a second. I actually read the book. All right, but anyway, has a nationwide network of approximately 29,000 DVD rental kiosks, remains a strong competitor in the physical disc business. That's good, but if I need to remember to put the link to this article in the chat in a moment, but coming over to the Walmart, they're going to stop selling the physical games reportedly. We don't know for certain yet, apparently.
Oh, for select platforms. So
well, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. Xbox has been trying to deal away with physical copies forever.
Yeah, my friend Josh loves his Xbox. He's a big Xbox fan. He keeps saying it's the most powerful game console in the world. I'm like, yeah, those games you love to play. What happens when your internet goes down, dude?
Yeah,
I was playing my game in the car on my Switch. I don't need the internet.
I mean, the same thing you could say
Yeah.
for Sony and
Oh,
PC.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
it
it ha-
depends on the Sony game, but yeah, if you can't verify the actual license, you can't play the game.
Yeah, I remember when
my
I was
power
playing
goes
like
out all the time because of just where I live. And the problem, or power, internet, it varies. Like this morning, I had an internet outage for about 10 minutes. But during that 10 minutes, I can't play any game on my 5, but the physical copies on my 4 and 3 play just fine.
Kiko Man has joined us. What's up, Kiko? Show me, show you, Kiko Man.
Oh,
John
yeah,
A.
it's
Douglas is in the
boss.
chat. Hail, John.
I still got my fucking
Yeah,
360.
On an Xbox X, if you can't verify the license, you can't access the games.
A Drink with Crazy says, I have an original Xbox and games. If my internet goes down, I can still play. On the original, yeah, but I don't think it's like all games that you need the internet for, but the games that my friend plays on it kind of requires internet. And what sucks is sometimes he'll get a new game, he'll put it on there. Or like the last time he bought a physical copy, he put it in and it like took hours to just load and install. I'm like, what the hell is this? What happened to
He
good
also
old fashioned cartridge?
Hey, all right, so I'm gonna be the crazy man out here and say, you guys remember when the Xbox One was announced in 2014, and they said things like always online internet connection required, DRM, and if you don't have this specific code, you're gonna get fucked, and you gotta buy another console to play the game. You guys remember that? And how the internet tore those motherfuckers to pieces when they tried to do that, and they rid of it, only for now.
Hold
to
up,
have
hold
it
up.
anyway.
No. They bitch slap people, by the way, for that when they got rid of those features and shit. So back then on like the 360, you could as long as someone had your account on their Xbox, they could download all your games. It had like game sharing and everything, so they could download the games you purchased and shit and DLCs. They got rid of that when everyone bitched about the DRM stuff, and they got rid of it. So like back end everyone.
Kahuna, are you coming on?
Get in here. Fucking get in here
Herman
now.
P. Hunter says, I have the original Atari 2600, just in case those games go virtual too. All right.
It'd be
let's play
funny
some
except for the
Pitfall.
fact it'd be funny except for the fact that 2600 is actually fantastic even today.
You know
let's
what's
play
funny?
some Circus Atari.
Listen, read out. I'm gonna capture you again, put you in the basement. I got an N64.
Ah!
Hey, 64s were cool. I had one, man.
That's the Nintendo I did
I
not
still
have.
have mine.
I wish I had mine.
I
I
had
got
the
a-
NES, the Super Nintendo, the GameCube, the Wii, and now I have a Switch. I skipped 64, and I had the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance, but I didn't have the 3DS or any of that stuff.
Can we also
Listen.
Can we also
I've
what?
been a Sony pony my whole life. God damn it.
yeah? Can we also admit that PlayStation 2 was an underpowered piece of shit? And
Hey,
held back
fuck you.
games?
I had so many. Hey, fuck you, boy. Fuck you.
Hey,
I
man,
had
that was
so
my
many
first
good
Blu-ray
memories.
player.
The first Blu-ray player was a PS2.
The Ultimate Kahuna says, soon. I have an unwelcome surprise for everybody. Think unicorn mask, but worse.
Oh, man.
God. Why?
Please don't include the coconut bra, please.
Do it. I feel Fergie tonight. Let's go.
So what do you think? With these stores starting to filter this stuff out, do you think it's going to reach a point where they just don't make physical copies at all anymore?
Yeah,
If
they're
they
gonna
could get
try.
away with it, they
Yeah.
would.
They'll try to. I mean, look, listen. You're talking to a guy that literally has a fucking library of DVDs and movies that he's buying off the store that I work at right now, and from Goodwill too. Like, that's the thing. A lot of the stuff that I've been getting that will cost me like $14 on Barnes and Noble or Walmart, or whatever, I can just go to Goodwill and buy it for like $1. You know, books, Blu-rays, movies, all that stuff.
Okay, to give y'all an example, the people that are heralding as the greatest savior of gaming, Larian Studios, Baldur's Gate 3 does not have a physical edition.
I have not seen one.
It
No,
is
they
only
don't have
digital.
one.
It is only digital.
Yeah, I was tempted to download Hollow Knight when it came out, when I discovered it, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to get Hollow Knight," and I was like, only $15 download. I could have it now, and I went, screw it, and I paid $40 and waited for the physical copy to arrive in the mail. But it might be turning into that. Like that's if you're going to get a physical copy, you might have to order it direct from the company and hope they offer it.
Well, the problem too with modern gaming in general is that fucking disc you got doesn't mean shit. Because most of them require a fucking day one patch to fix anything, anyways.
Yeah, that is really obnoxious.
Yeah,
I will say this when it comes to this whole physical media thing. I've tried streaming. I've tried streaming over for years and years. But here's the thing. Usually I want to watch one particular show or movie, and then I'm done for several months. I really just don't feel like going on the binging. I don't go down the binge rabbit hole. So I get the subscription for a month, I watch the movie or show, and then I unsubscribe for until several months later. I like physical media because sometimes I just want to put the movie in for once and that's it. Maybe I just want to watch it repeatedly. Looking at you, fifth copy of Gettysburg.
yeah.
But my point still stands. My brain is not hooked into the whole binge model that streaming services and digital media wants. My brain is not hooked to it.
Yeah, I kind of got the opposite thing happening to me. You know how a lot of people sit and watch a whole season in one sitting, and I used to try to do that. Now I can barely sit through an entire show. Even when I'm enjoying, I got to stop halfway through, get up and move around. I was like, I can't sit still through them anymore unless I'm munching on something, and that's not exactly the best habit to have.
So usually I buy movies. I'll buy them like in bulk, when I go. And like how Crow said, like maybe go to a Goodwill or local Salvation Army store, or me going to the flea markets. Oh, I like these titles. I might not pick that title up there was one I bought, I forget which it was, picked it up, didn't touch it for 3 years, but finally got to it and enjoyed it. Sometimes I just don't feel immediately wanting to binge and binge and
Anji,
binge.
why are you making furry Naruto?
I don't know. I'm bored.
Whoa, back up. Let's start this conversation now. Manju, what are you doing?
No, we're not derailing the whole thing for that.
Going
Manju?
up
It can be derailed, but not for that.
crazy train.
Well,
I
Guilty
know-
Gearhead said N64 was awesome. Didn't have more than 5 games for it, but it was awesome. Animation Overload says, I think smaller indies could still do physical. Hopefully. But here's the thing that worries me about that is all the infrastructure, the equipment and stuff to manufacture these things is there because there's an industry for it. If it dwindles down, it might cost those indies more and more to have a company manufacture the cartridges.
Animation overload. If Xbox, Sony, and all them stopped doing physical disc drives, it wouldn't matter if they done physical ones. They got no way to play them.
Well, I mean, let's be fair here. Most of the games that are coming out are shit. Yeah, we got Baldur's Gate 3, but how many years do we have to wait for a game like that to show up on I would say like the big channels, you know what I mean? So I've been mostly just going back to playing the old games, So I'm not really gonna be that sad if like all these companies just stopped making physical discs for games that they don't even have put half the time and effort they really should into anymore. So that's not a big loss for me. My bigger concern is the fact that you guys, Otter and ISOM, the infrastructure needed
ISOM?
to.
What?
Fuck,
Hey, James
you know what
Gray.
I mean? You know what I mean? Fucking the infrastructure needed to allow guys like Otter to fucking make me physical books is going to be available anymore. That to me is a bigger concern. You know what I mean?
Physical books are always going to be around. People have been shouting the fucking physical books are dying, and it's still around just as big.
Yeah, that's not going away. But when a lot of stuff is on digital and they can prevent us from having our own copies, they're going to try and do it left, right, and center.
And then they
because
can change
control is
everything to fit
control.
the current agenda and fit their
Yeah.
current thing. So they're never
And the-
wrong. They're never
their
wrong. They are
message.
perfect.
Introducing
They are
the
the
ebook
perfect
patch.
Oh my God,
Yep.
the gay otter stopped having his gay orgy.
Fuck you.
Order! Bow your heads, everyone. Bow your heads before the ultimate game master of the Iron Age. Bow your
Look, he's
heads.
trying to bow his head towards your crotch, Otter. That makes a lot of sense.
Shut the fuck up, you peasant. Shut the fuck up, you peasant. You're in the presence of a lord.
Look, he's calling you Lord, sexy, big, muscly Lord. Oh my God.
I mean,
No,
I've seen
no,
several
no.
statues of this
It's a little
lord in my
forward,
backwoods.
Stormcrow.
Oh my
It's a
God, it's Patrick Stewart.
And close the jaws of oblivion.
We spent millions of dollars on this asshole to do a trailer in the intro. Fuck, we ran out of budget.
Andrew Campbell has joined us. Says, "What's happening? How you doing, Andrew? Good to see you."
Oh, speaking of Andrew, your story in Anvil 2, oh, I loved it. It was good.
Nice.
Now, Maji, start fangirling.
No, it was good.
Start fangirling. Tell us why it's so great.
Oh, jeez. Fine,
Without
I'll go back to
spoilers.
playing with Patrick Stewart. He's gonna die.
You have nothing good to say
Well,
about
when
Andrew
he dies,
Campbell's
he'll die in
story
like
that
2
you were
minutes to
fangirling
against
about.
assassin that he can see clearly.
Oh, here's something I didn't realize. I didn't. Back in this. Am I on that screen? Yes, I am. Okay. It says here. This year, Target got rid of all its physical movies across various stores. Best Buy
Well,
also.
hold
I
on,
didn't know
before you
Target had
continue.
already done that.
Yeah, before we continue, Target has not made a lot of good financial decisions this year. Just remember that.
Hold up. Can I
No.
also say who goes to Target for movies?
I
Show of
do.
hands.
They used
Who
to
even
have a
goes to
selection of old
When's
I-
the
movies you
last
can't
time any of y'all
find.
been in a fucking Target?
I worked at a Target, actually. That was the first job.
See,
I actually have a
when's the
Target
last
down
time
the
you
road
been
from me,
there?
but I never go
Shop.
to it.
I was in a
That's
I
Target
went there to get my
once
copy of
my whole
Serenity
life.
because Walmart didn't
Oh,
have it.
cool.
How long ago was that frequency?
About
18 years would be.
no,
18 years.
about half that.
Okay, you
Oh,
didn't get
half
it when
a
it first
decade?
released. Oh, I thought you.
No.
when it first released.
I didn't discover Firefly until like
Oh, okay.
2008.
I don't think I've ever.
I don't know how I missed. I mean, I remember I saw the commercial and I went, "Hey, that looks cool," and then I was just not around TVs, so it never entered my mind again. Then years later, I came across some YouTube video about Firefly. I'm like, "Oh, I remember an ad for that. It looked pretty cool." And I found out it only lasted one season. Why? I started digging in, and I kind of over the next week suddenly became a freaking brown coat. I was such a fan of this, and I'm like, "How did this not make it? This show is freaking awesome."
Dude, the closest Target near me is all the way in fucking Clarksville or Nashville.
Dang.
Yeah, for me,
Yeah,
it's
like-
that's still a
about.
drive.
It's a 45-minute ferry followed immediately by another hour drive.
Ah, yes, the upper crust of Knoxville, Tennessee, shopping at Target.
Like, fuck.
What does that look like? The upper crust of Eastern Tennessee. No disrespect from anybody from Eastern Tennessee.
I'm not from Eastern
actually
Tennessee.
grew
Fuck
up
I
you,
in
know
Lord
you're
Otter.
not, but I'm going down a
Look, you got-
tangent now.
Well, this otter
Lord
grew up
Otter?
in Eastern Tennessee. I can tell you a fair bit.
Well, I am interested now.
Yeah, he says there's a lot of gay hookers like him.
Is that
Fuck.
the upper crust of Eastern Tennessee?
No,
Yes.
Leave
The
it
state of
alone.
Franklin?
No. That would be the Smoky Mountains. It's in Eastern Tennessee. It's kind of up there. It's crusty.
yeah. So,
Ah.
kind of like the whole Dollywood area. Like I wasn't too far from there, growing up early years. So
Actually, you had to go there for an exclusive Pokemon for his grandson.
So that's how they get people back in the stores, by bribing you with, "This is a rare card only available in our store."
Oh
Suck it,
yeah. That's what
Walmart,
Best
suck it.
Buy would do, by the way. Best Buy with games and stuff, they would have an exclusive deal to do a steel case that comes free with the game if you pre-order through them.
Tim Allen says hello, by the way. And Herman P.
Hello.
Hunter said, "Is Billy Bob Sack still talking about gay hookers again?"
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm doing a documentary on like Lord Otter. You know,
Yeah, you know what? Hold on. Let me circle back to physical media for a minute. All right. So all this going down with the stores. Do you think this will finally kill GameStop?
GameStop's already going to be dead. The only reason GameStop's is alive is because of that fucking whole, what was it? The
That
Reddit where they
that stock shortage fiasco.
Yeah, that's the only reason GameStop is still around because
It
they got
kinda-
like $1 billion.
Kind of gave
But
them a
they're
shot of adrenaline, but that's
You
kind
see,
of running its course.
GameStop is the real life equivalent of, you know, when you have photographs of stars millions of light years away, and those stars are all dead as we speak, the way you see the photographs. that's GameStop. We can see it, but it died long ago.
Like, no, but seriously, they lose like hundreds of millions every quarter. They're going to be fucking broke again in like the next couple years. They've been wasting through all that money that's
Hello,
surviving.
Snow.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I showed up. Okay, so I turn on the stream, and what I come in on is gay hookers and GameStop.
No.
Yeah,
That's pretty normal for the
Alright,
stream.
All
I
right,
don't
Snow.
understand.
Hold up. I'll explain. Lord Otter is a very complicated man. That's all I'm going to say.
That's just not right.
Man,
He's
That
an
is not
otter.
what he should. What?
Shouldn't
I'm an otter.
we talk about Lord Otter's book release?
Herman said he's being interviewed by Blaine Pardo
Yes.
tomorrow on his podcast at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, dude, that is such a great. I love.
Fuck yeah.
Blaine is such a great interviewer too. He'll get you started, and he'll just let you talk. And it's like I was so nervous I didn't tell anybody ahead of time because I was scared that I would really screw up and it would be on like stream forever. But he is so nice. He is so good at what he does, and he'll just make you feel right at ease. And you just talk. It'll be great.
That's
Yeah,
good.
That's
yeah.
right,
Herman, do you have a
man.
link for that so I could put that in the chat for everyone else? So we. Tim Allen says, "Hail, Lady
Oh,
Snow."
Hail, babe. I'm not showing my
Also
face.
guilty when
Yeah,
you gonna
Herman's
show
saying
up
hi,
on
too.
here. When you
Hi,
gonna
babe.
show up on here, guilty.
I know.
We'll get guilty on here one day.
Mm-hmm.
He's been here for.
He better be on here.
Well,
He
Still,
said no links yet.
Otter, were you able to
Give
work
the
it
hold
out
up,
with-
Herman. Give the link for his channel so
What?
people can
I
go
think I
on
might
there.
have it. Let me see if I can find it. I had it on my You need me to drop it in the Gilded?
Yeah, drop it to frequency or on the weekly winging it so he can.
Okay,
copy
hang
it.
on. I gotta go find it because I have a link to my interview and then I'll give it.
oh yeah, you're doing this from a phone, aren't you?
Tim, have you ever
Yeah,
heard
so
of a
that-
method
it's a little
director?
more
It's not a method
complicated.
actor, it's a method
Yes,
director.
Tim Allen. I'm having to like really understand why Otter is such a gay hooker.
No, okay.
I gotta
Was-
understand.
Otter, were you able to figure out what's going on with Amazon?
It sounds like it's pretty standard with Amazon. If you're not going directly through their own publishing, Herman was talking with me about it a little bit. There can be some problems with how it's distributed. So
Really?
I'm really just trying to get that worked out with them.
Okay, are you going straight through Amazon?
So I am self-publishing through Ingram Spark. So that's how my book is being shown across Barnes and Noble and all the other major retailers.
Uh-huh.
But Amazon in particular seems to have problems. For one,
Wow.
it's kind of messed up some of the formatting, how it's actually shown. The Kindle is fine enough, but the hardcover, on the other hand, is I'm gonna have to talk with them about it.
I want to do hardcover, and I think I'm doing draft to digital, which I think isn't it hooked in with Ingram Spark, Herman? Is he there? He left us now.
Jeez.
He doesn't care anymore.
So,
Because
Otter,
I scared him away. Yeah.
Otter, you mean to tell me that I can walk into a Barnes and Noble and find your book in there? Is that what you mean to tell me?
Theoretically, if the
Yeah, you have to
store
order
decides
it.
to buy some copies.
Yeah,
Well,
you can
what's
Yeah,
gonna
go in
happen?
and ask
that's
them.
the thing. They're
I-
probably not going to start doing that unless people ask them for it.
Mhm.
But it is available for them to do so.
Well,
Yes.
this is what's gonna happen. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to demand that they give me a book, and if they don't have it, I'm just gonna burn the store to the ground.
In Minecraft,
That is
That- that-
probably
In
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
That
It is
escalated
all
quickly.
Minecraft.
I am aggressively supportive of my GM.
Oh my
Which,
God.
by the way, Miss
honestly,
Mel, in
I was
5
expected to be more aggressive.
in 5 days, I will be playing with all of these beautiful people you see on screen. I will be officially a member of their party.
Yay.
Never
Well,
heard of
Tim Allen
Mammoth
says-
Nation.
Yeah, Tim Allen says, look into Mammoth Nation for another outlet to release your book. I have not heard of that either.
I haven't heard
Thank-
of it either.
Wow.
I will probably look that up in just a moment. Pull it on screen here.
Mammoth
That's
Nation.
interesting. Okay. Herman
sounds
P.
like a-
Hunter says D2D is not hooked up into Ingram. Amazon is, however.
Okay, yeah,
Wait a
because
minute.
I'm distributing through the Drafted Digital. I don't know exactly because Melanie's my Callahan, she's my consultant that I went to because I was so desperately lost, and I started doing it Drafted Digital, but I have illustrations, and so it was really killing me. That's kind of like Lord Otter, and you have illustrations too, right? So you're having to format around all that.
Yeah,
So
and from what I've seen, the prints are perfectly fine. But this was the weird thing. The ebook version, I'm going to have to do a little bit of reformatting because I even did a lot of testing on different devices. But I believe it was Horizon Talker showing me just the other day that the Kindle version was, I think it was messing up with some of the illustrations.
Yes, mine will come out like fuzzy. Like a couple of my first ones, I think it's Babe's Blood, for instance, on Kindle. It doesn't have nearly as high resolution, and I don't know why, because the other ones came out great. And it's like it's just and I'm not sure what's affecting that, and it makes it sort of frustrating. I'm probably going to go back and do a revision for all of my earliest ones, so that way it's all sort of like lined up and then make sure. And I don't know why but that happens, but yeah, with illustrations, it really throws a monkey wrench in it. It sort of makes it a little harder.
Yeah, other than that, it seems like my ebook is doing just fine, but it's those illustrations. That's where a lot of the actual formatting problems come into play.
Yeah.
Now, Herman P. Hunter says Amazon is actually using Ingram for their printing and
Oh.
distribution behind the scenes. Now, is that a new thing, Herman? Because I know when I order my copy from Amazon versus when I order from Ingram, I definitely see a slight difference in quality. I mean, they're comparable, but what I order from Ingram is just the colors are a little richer. The material seems just slightly better.
Mm-hmm.
So is that a new thing? Because I would expect that I would see the same kind of print if I ordered from both, if they were doing it from one. Tim Allen says, Mammoth Nation is the conservative solution to Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
They have commercials on Newsmax and One America News Network.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I need to keep them on. I can finally see the phone because I'm holding it right up to my nose so I can see everything.
Wrangler, I just sent you the Barnes & Noble link. It has all of the different formats on there. It's not just Kindle. It also has paperback and hardcover.
Huh. See, I don't have hardcover yet. That's the one thing I haven't done. And you guys are getting sales with it. And then after last week, when you all talked about how it was like how it keeps it from getting messed up, I'm thinking about doing hardcover. And so I guess because I've had finally enough sales, I'm kind of like, okay, I'll do that. And I noticed this month have y'all noticed an uptick in your physical copies going out? Because I had way more physical than I've had Kindle this month. I don't know why.
I can't tell. I don't know how to tell the difference. I just know how many copies have been sold. I don't know how to tell if it's been.
It'll be the color. It shows it on a little wheelie if you do KDP reports and look at it.
Well, I looked at it on my phone.
Okay.
So that might be different.
I try to buy physical whenever I can, just because of where I live.
Oh, yeah.
All right, the link to this site
quick
I am
question for Otter
dropping
here.
in the chat.
Yeah.
All right. So hold on. Quick question for Otto here. All right. So this is your first book you've ever published, right?
That's correct.
Okay. In your opinion, and Miss Snow, you're a published author too. Of course you are. In you guys' opinion, do you guys consider your work like successful, or you guys are struggling to get there? If you know what I mean.
Not quite
Uh,
sure. Successful in you
But do
mean
you guys consider
marketing,
these
or
books like success?
successful? Yeah, this is good quality. This is what I wanted it to be.
I mean, if we're talking
Yeah,
about
both of
how the
those. Both of
final
those.
form came out for the story and everything, I'm very, very happy. And I couldn't have imagined it a year, 2 years previously, but how it is now, I am extremely happy with how it's turned out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
but
amazing though,
are
isn't it,
you-
Otter? 2 years of work on this, and finally, there it is.
Yeah.
It's real. It's
Uh,
real.
It's a little overwhelming whenever you finally finish it and you go, "What do I do now?"
Yeah, you feel
I know.
excited, and you can't do a damn thing.
I'm like, oh yeah, today I'm gonna keep working on the Curse of the Star Raids. Oh wait, it's done.
Well, I can relate. We've been working on that Shalar now for it'll be almost a year. We started in
Yes.
January, February.
Maji,
Yes.
where you
It
are
was
right
started in
now, it
January.
reminds me of where I was.
And how much you got done in that amount of time is impressive. My book took me 2 years as well. Maji, you did that in a year.
Well,
Less.
I still I gotta go back and rewrite everything after the betas, but
True,
I mean,
but the
but
difficult
it's
part is
there.
done. Now you're
I
just
think rewriting is a bit of a
shaping it.
misnomer. It's more revising
Refining.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
refining it. You're cutting out the bad, and you're really ramping up what's good about it.
Yeah,
but
no
think of it
athletic
this
hair.
way: we have been working on the Shalar things long enough that somebody could have had a baby and is about ready.
Herman P. Hunter says it's probably in response to the Amazon Ingram Press. And it's probably because of Amazon's image processing code and their conduit to Ingram. Yeah, Amazon supposedly has better quality printing.
Hey, what was the Patrick Ruffus book
Name of the Wind.
The third one, the one that's been like
Who
it's
sounds
been
like they're having an
16 years.
ultrasound?
Like a child
I think that's
born
Stormcrow's
and fixing
audio.
to become an adult by the time that book. Yeah.
Okay, Andrew Campbell asks, did you guys pay someone for formatting or just worked it out yourselves? I paid someone to format.
I paid. I did. I actually, that was the one thing I knew I could not do with illustrations. I knew I was going to screw it up. I could do the DocX, but I did that. I do the first format where I actually say I want this illustration to go on this page. I want it to be here, and I do all the illustrations myself. But I paid someone to do it because it was much. I knew how badly I could screw this up, and
All right,
I was
what are you
afraid
using for formatting?
For what?
What are you using for formatting?
I work it out actually in DocX. I actually use because I'm running Linux, I use LibreOffice, and if I was just doing draft to digital, I could turn that. I put it in a DocX formula, which is Word like 2007 or something. It's ridiculous, and so it's old. But I could have plugged it directly into draft to digital if I wasn't doing illustrations. When I realized I was trying to do illustrations and we couldn't really do it through draft to digital, I brought on Melanie Callahan from Self Publishing Services, and she saved my life because she said, "Let me help you with this." And I think I don't know if she's using Scrivener or dang it, what's the other one? Starts with a D. Herman, you know which one it is because I think you use it. There's the formatting. Dang it, I can't remember the name of it. But it's the other one that's really popular besides Scrivener. And she was using that, and we pretty much just work it out through Word, and then place the illustrations, make all the gaps in the right way, and then I look at the proof and see if I like it or not, and then she hits the button for it, so that way we know it's got all the right uh, image resolutions, things like that.
Maji, is that supposed to be a female Khajiit?
I don't know. I just made it. I purposely made it ugly as possible.
Hey, Storm Crow,
Looks
can
like
you
it's a
mute when
fake
you're not speaking?
cam.
You're getting a lot of background noise.
Mute your mic.
You give me 1 second, sir. You give me 1 second, too. I am dealing with my dog.
You gotta mute your mic while you're at it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't want to learn how to do formatting in fucking Microsoft Word.
It is hard.
So this is really coming from someone who's kind of a masochist and decided to do the formatting for himself. Print, in my opinion, wasn't too bad. Ebook was a lot tougher when you factor in the illustrations. That was the tough bit.
Right, I can imagine. Are yours? Do you have color illustrations in your book?
They're black and white.
Okay, good. I was gonna say if you're doing
I had thought about that, and I'm like, if I'm having color illustrations, one, I'd probably have to mark up the price. Two, I could see a lot more issues cropping up, but no, all of the illustrations within the book themselves are monochrome.
No, that's what we went with, just because I couldn't see being able to pass the markup on it. I think I mean in the future I may do a colorized version of it, but I think for right now I'm just going to stick with black and white.
Frequency, look in the private chat.
Yeah, Storm Crow, I'm going to mute your mic. Let me know in the private chat when you're back so I can unmute you. But there's way too much background noise. It's drowning out the words everyone else is saying.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't trying to be mean, but I just letting you know you could do that because you want to listen.
But honestly, this is just me. The handling the business side of it, getting all of that set up has been a lot more stressful for me than the formatting.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so you did the LLC and all that sort of cool stuff?
I didn't do LLC. Technically, I'm a self-proprietor, but going through all of those hoops just to get everything set up, that for me, that was a lot more stressful just to kind of keep in one place. Formatting, there was sort of a creative element to it, so I could kind of enjoy it as I was going along, but it's just pure legalese.
Oh, yeah. I think that for me, actually, I liked the business part of it easier because I've done that before. So I knew to like I have a doing business as and a LLC because I knew I wanted to write a series, which meant that I would be able to get a trademark once I got the series done. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do for Watcher the Damned, because it finally got big enough. And you were talking about success. Just the success, there's two kinds of success. You're looking at the book and you see the book and it's real. That's success. When you have success is in levels. Who are you writing for and why are you writing it? If you're just writing to see your vision and you get that on paper, that's the first success. That's the first step. Just being able to do it, just seeing it, your baby's being born, just like Maji said, this is a creation. That's a success. When you put that touch on it, you go, I finished my book. That's the first success. Second success is the physical copy where you actually can see it in your hands or the Kindle and you look at it and it's real and someone else can see it. It's not just in your heart. It's out there in the world like a child wandering around by itself. And it can hurt you because people say things about it that you might not like. And you have to like fight to live, you know. And so that's another success.
Athletic tits.
Yeah.
And that was the first fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Just that the fact that you get it out there and that it deserves to live. I don't care if you love it or not. It deserves to live. Somebody else may love it. And not everybody's going to love us. And then there's a success where you turn around and you realize somebody else really does love this, that they want this. That success is the most rewarding. It came before any financial reward for me because I heard from people that I valued and respected. And first of all, let me say I value and respect every one of my readers. I love what they did. My first people that reviewed me were not well-known names. They were just people that I'd never met that said something wonderful to me. And that was a huge success. It's the average person who gives you that first review that just there's somebody out of nowhere that says, I love this book. And knowing that there were how many of them actually finished the whole series, 6 books, almost 750,000 words. There are people who have actually finished my entire series. In fact, there are several. I think it's well over 50 at this point. People who have read the entire series. Then that's a lot of reading. And considering that the age of the series is only a couple of years old, and we don't have any real marketing, we don't have any, anything out there, and we just sold our 400th unit last month, and this is the best month I've ever had. It's finally kind of starting to pick up. The sales are picking up, and it's, even though I just released my second series, it's the first series that all of a sudden just sort of exploded this month. And I don't know why, except that it's finally coming together. That last success where you see that people want it, that they actually start to buy it, and that it has this, it's a building process. It's climbing up the ladder. If I had only gotten to the first rung, I still would have been happy. But I'm still happy I made it to this next step, just because every step brings a new view and a new joy. And I don't ever want somebody to think that that the success that you feel from just holding that baby in your hands is not worth it, because it's just as worthy as the step where you see your child cross the stage in college to get their degree. It's every step is a miracle, and just enjoy it. Just enjoy that moment when you hold the book in your hands, or when you hear it in your heart, or when you finally see it becoming real to everybody else. It's an amazing process. Do it. You'll never regret it.
Well,
Sweet. I didn't know if you were talking about stories for kids for a second.
They're both.
How you guys doing?
They are very much alike.
Show your face. Show your face.
Absolutely not.
Show your face.
Clean shaven
All right.
kahuna.
to kind of go
Oh,
off,
Oh my god.
Come on.
Kill it. Burn it.
Oh, dude, it's so bad.
You're no son of mine.
Dude, that's so hot. That's
Oh, no. Stormcrow, stop.
but to go with what Snow's saying, I honestly think for just getting a physical copy would be the biggest success.
You need to
I'm
shave
not
again. Your username's fake. It's not clean shaven.
This is with a single blade razor. This is about as tight as it gets. man.
Holy
Close
cow!
shaven kahunas.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I have an odd measuring stick for success. I mean, yes, holding it in my hand and all that, those are successes. But my one goal is I want to one day turn on YouTube and see one of those versus channels, and my characters are being considered in those battles.
Oh
That's
wow!
when I go, yes, I've made it.
A.S. Burnett says you look like a high schooler.
I want to see Danco say, today in the battle arena, we have Haley Starr versus Hermione Granger.
Whoa!
You
Jim
Yeah.
Allen
man.
says isn't a clean shaven kahuna a sign of the end times, which seal has been broken.
Oh,
You know,
no.
They've
the
all
only
been
man goes to
broken.
6.
That dude
Andrew
looks like
Campbell
a
says
baby.
unsubscribed.
You look
Wait a
like a
minute.
baby. Look at his little face. He just want a picture. Look at the little.
Oh, bro.
Frequency.
Oh, that's a problem with like long hair and no beard. Makes you look like a 14-year-old child. It doesn't help that I was this big when I was freaking 13 and 12 years old, but
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
everyone
frequency.
pay attention to
Frequency.
Tim Allen's warning down here.
Yeah, that's right.
Is a clean shaven
no.
kahuna the sign of
hold
the end
up,
times?
Hold up.
Which seal has been
There's-
broken?
there's
All of
nothing
them.
wrong with some clean-shaven kahunas, Tim Allen.
Christian,
Feels good. You should give it a shot.
where's
No,
your game?
if we see the
What's up,
wig of
man?
destiny shaved, that's definitely one of the 7 seals broken.
Where's your gaming PC?
It's right here with everything else, except for my mouse
it
that I
up.
left at the house.
Set it up.
On stream, man?
Yes.
All right. Well, let's see.
IKEA. Yeah.
We're gonna have a Let's Build stream.
So make sure you flop your titties out.
12-year-old boy steals mom's
Hold
credit
up,
card,
hold
buys
up.
pizza.
Make sure you
No.
flop
Oh
your
my
titties
gosh,
out.
he does look like a baby. Oh.
So
You ever see that meme of the dude? He looks all big, burly, manly. He shaves, and then he looks like a 8-year-old.
Yeah. It's like any of those kids that they enter the army at like 18 years old. They're so clean shaven. It's like, holy crap. I didn't know they were letting freaking 8th graders into the military. Oh, there we go.
Hey,
Tim Allen says his daughters
Oh,
would both
nice.
disown him if he shaved his beard.
hold up, Tim Allen. When they go for their like wedding and they want you to pay for it, just shave your beard. There you go. Money saved.
Yeah.
Money saved. Very good.
If they
I
eat
don't
too
know
much
if-
at
I don't know if I'm
Thanksgiving,
actually
shave
allowed
right
on
before the
stream.
holidays.
Wrangler, is this an 18 and under stream? I'm not sure I'm allowed here.
Hold up,
Oh.
Christian.
Yeah,
I
you-
sent
Yeah,
I
you need
sent
a
you
whisker or
message,
two to
killed it.
qualify.
No, that's bad. Maji, what are you playing there? Is that Morrowind?
Oh, it's
Oblivion.
fucking Oblivion.
Oh, Oblivion, I love
Patrick
it.
Stewart.
Have you heard of the High Elves?
Just a
What are they high on?
I will confess, I never actually played Oblivion. I watched my brother play it a little bit. Yeah, never played it.
Get out of here.
Oh,
What is wrong?
Me
Why
neither.
would you do that?
oh, it was just one of those games that was mature, but Halo was fine when I was a kid. So
God, that face is so cursed. That old Patrick Stewart face is so cursed.
Oh, that's nothing.
Oh, yeah,
dude.
really.
Have you
That don't
not
look
seen
right. Is that
Sean Bean
modded?
yet?
Or is that original?
No, it's
I think
original.
it's so.
Oh shit.
I love Oblivion, and my PS3 just died, so it took Oblivion with it.
Oh,
No.
I know. And it's everything, all of my games. I had like a whatever sort of like this bullet sponge mode for Fallout 3, for New Vegas, Elder Scrolls. I'd finally gotten my house put together twice, with at like level 30,
I
and
thought
so
Kahuna just threw his phone in the trash.
Miss
no,
Snow,
I
Miss
threw trash
Snow,
on the
hold
phone.
on. Miss Snow, I heard you say the word called New Vegas. This is a very important question for you. What is the faction that you love the most, and who is your favorite character? I have my favorites, but I need to know yours. Please
okay, first of
explain.
all,
Christian, look at your gilded.
I would say honestly, if you're talking about New Vegas, I would go with what are the biker Indians? Those guys.
The cons.
Just modern day Apaches. Having never played.
Love playing that whole but it makes it really hard to finish it out. So I like to get all the outside bands together and then play an independent. And I really don't like killing Mr. House with a golf club, but it had to be done.
Hold up. How you gonna
You,
kill Mr. Health? He's literally a fucking in like a cryo change. He's a computer.
Yeah,
basically.
but if you
I
get
cannot believe you do not understand the glory of Kaiser. How dare you?
yeah, if you tried playing okay, you can play Kaiser as a woman. You can play that whole line.
Hold up, but you don't get benefits. You do
Yeah,
not
you
get
don't get the
benefits. You get locked out of a lot of shit. if
Yeah,
play
you
for
do.
Also,
Kaiser.
Stormcrow, you said that wrong. It has to be Kaiser.
Also, Huna, were you wanting to like give us views or something? I don't know.
Also, okay.
Billy Bob is
But who's-
messaging me inappropriate things. I'm underage, Wrangler. You got to stop this.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm a mogwai, so
but
technically
still.
I'm like 24 hours old. You know,
All right, I'll fix
But-
that right now. You ready?
quack.
There you go. Problem solved.
No,
No, the
but
adults
Miss
can
Snow,
talk.
Miss Snow.
Oh no, wait.
Miss Snow, okay. But who is your favorite character in Fallout New Vegas? I have mine.
Oh, let's see. I guess I don't know. First of all, dog meat always and forever.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to choose dog meat right
Give us
away.
a real answer.
That is a real answer. Dog meat's real. What's
No,
wrong
come
with
on,
you?
give us a real answer.
Okay, Boone's got an interesting story. So I would say probably when I travel with Boone. I like Sharon from Fallout 3, and if I can get
Hold up. What about the
to-
scientist from Fallout New Vegas, the one who bullshitted himself into the job?
Well, yeah, he's okay. He's all right. I mean, I like them. I like I like to go to all the factions and try to play all of them as far as I can. And the NPR always gets mad at me like at a certain point and then tries to murder me at a level. And so I always have to give up at that point. But I try to meet all of those people. But okay, so and then you have what was that one dude? I need to go back and play it again. But yeah, I usually go with Boone. I go with him. If I could get Nexus, where I have a Tale of Two Wastelands. I really want to play a Tale of Two Wastelands. I've got a Linux box. I still haven't been able to get Wine to work for me. I know I should do it, but I want to play Nexus. And I want to bring Sharon to New Vegas.
What is the worst DLC in Fallout New Vegas for you?
How many were there?
There was
There's four.
At least. There's four at least. Wait,
Jeez.
I haven't finished the one. Geez, I finished all the ones for Fallout
There's
3.
Old World. Old World's Blue is where you go into the mountain.
Yeah,
Dead Money is the fucking. God, that was success.
Dead Money is the hardest one for me. That's the one
It
where I haven't
sucks.
finished it.
It
I haven't
sucks.
finished it.
It fucking sucks.
Hold up. Let
Tell us how you
me
real
just
feel,
say
really
this.
feel.
Hold on, Miss Snow. Let me tell you my favorite character of the whole game. This is
Well,
a character
besides
that was
Josh, what's his name?
Joshua Graham.
Yeah,
Joshua Graham.
that's
He
but he's DLC.
That DLC kind of sucks.
You want to know?
fuck
I
you.
love it.
Oh
I
yes,
have
it
a-
does. Literally, the choice at the end is so fucking ham-fisted bullshit. Oh, if you tell these people to defend their homelands, they become bloodthirsty murderers. Sure.
At least you guys will
Just like
never
in
have
real
the
life.
shame that I have.
What's that?
I
What
platinumed
shit?
in Fallout 76.
You
Oh
what?
no, you did. You did not. You did.
I
not.
did.
You
I
are
platinumed in Fallout 76.
I
You
bought the
disgust me,
platinum
Maji.
version. You bought the platinum
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
Virginia.
Well, better than me, man. I can't even remember the last time I played like a proper console and like a computer game. Probably since 2011, since I played a computer game last.
You disgust me.
I
Yeah,
just
I
love
play-
making fun of the Nord voices in Skyrim because they sound so generic once you pick up on it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
everybody's
it's
saying that.
oh, dude, I love it.
Hail,
So-
elf friend. Today we are going to drink honey mead together.
Did someone steal
Hey,
your
quick question.
sneaker?
Good question. What do you think Tolkien would have thought of Skyrim?
You would have played it.
Would he
would've
like
played
it?
Yes, absolutely.
No,
I don't think he
No,
would have played
no.
a game.
He would have played.
Okay, RH Snow. Once you learn about the lore of Elder Scrolls, I'm pretty sure he would hate it, especially once he learns what a big Malakath is.
I don't think he would. I think okay. He was all up into
Do you
the
know who
fact. He loved
Malakath is?
it. Malakath?
Yeah.
Wasn't he an elf from
He was
Dark
the orc-
from
the
Norse
orc lord.
mythology?
He's the orc
Yeah.
Daedra.
Do you know his origin?
Well, yeah, isn't he one of
Is
the
it
gods? And he
stolen
like
from
gets
Tol-
smacked
Tolkien?
around.
Oh, Maji, you want to explain to her the origin of Malakath?
No, we are not
I know
going
this
to
story.
Malakath. I know you're obsessed with it, but no.
I want to know, what is the origin of Malkath?
The
Is
reason
it,
is
Malakath
pretty
is-
simple.
is it a
Fine.
sexy orc? Is it a sexy orc?
Malakath
No.
was
No.
a
So he
Whoa,
used to be
everybody
the,
said no immediately. Are we sure?
Yeah.
he
I
used
have
to
no
be
idea. I
Trimac.
haven't played any of it, so I know nothing
Listen.
of this lore.
He used to be a Daedric lord named Triamac. He was eaten by Boethia, another Daedric lord, and then was shat out as Malakath, reborn.
Now, if
about
you
right.
read the Silmarillion,
That's a rough metamorphosis
yes,
process.
that is a rough metaphor. But if you read the
Sounds like the
Silmarillion,
Greeks.
you will realize that it is very close. And yes, like to the Cronus myth and everything else. And I think that Tolkien would have just gone, okay, whatever.
I mean, listen, Tolkien wrote Grimdark, Children of Thorin, that had incest and murder. So, you know,
He
I
was
wouldn't
really
call it
All that
grimdark.
happy-go-lucky
It's more of a
stuff.
tragedy. Just a classic tragedy.
yeah.
If we're talking
Yeah.
the Children of Hurin.
yeah, he did Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones even existed. So suck on that, Martin.
No.
Also, I'm going to toss out there some of the magic items or Daedric items from Skyrim. At least that's the game that I played. A little bit of Morrowind back in the day. They had some really cool ideas for like magical items. Like some of the staffs, like one of the Daedric staffs was a rose, and you could summon a demon temporarily, like for 1
Yeah,
minute.
I just
maybe
kept
We
him with
talked
me the
about
whole time.
sanguine. Oh, he's
Yeah, the
Sanguine
Daedric
Rose.
lord of,
Sanguine
like, party and
staff.
debauchery.
And then
Uh,
Wabbajack was the king, though. That was my
Yeah,
Oh, the
Wabbajack.
Wabbajack.
Oh, that okay. To me,
that was
that
a
is one of the
cool staff.
apex. One of the apex arcs in there is first of all Shigoroth or whatever that dude, and then going
Sheogorath
to the
and
islands. Yeah,
Jigalag.
going to
One
the
of my
island.
bucket list goals
freaking
in
great.
life is to do the voice of Sheogorath and have it be to a T.
Yeah, oh yeah, but I can't. But yeah, that arc that you go through where there's because I love psychology anyway. If you play that first and then you go to the Isle and you do the Isle DLC, the Isle actually looks like a brain if you actually look at it and it's
Oh
separate.
no, I didn't realize
Dude,
that.
look at it.
And
Just
it's
go look at it.
divided in half.
That's right. It's divided in half.
Well, that's because I
And
got
so you
pissed
have
off
this
at.
brain. And it's, so there's so much
Yeah, that's
deep
because
stuff.
the Daedric Lords
I
got pissed
love
off at Jigalag because he was the most powerful one. So they said, "All right, we're gonna make you crazy, bitch." And then that's how Sheogorath was born.
All right, so I brought in a package that was not related to all my computer gear, but
Good.
on a surprise note, guess what came in?
What?
Whee!
Oh my gosh!
Hold on, let me
Still
expand
waiting
your
for
screen.
mine.
I know. I
Here,
finally
hold
got
that
here.
up again, Kahuna.
Oh my
There
god!
we
Hold
go.
up, is this
Yo!
child appropriate?
Beautiful.
Is this a child appropriate book?
It's
Oh, all right. Shh.
You
I
just
mean,
tried
should
licking
he
the
Come on,
book.
be
if
How
doing
we're
is
that?
it? I
shilling
don't
my
trust you
book
with
as
this
much
book.
as it is, we can surely shill
It's a
RH
big,
Snows.
beautiful book. Red-blooded, mutated Americans. A beautiful
Look.
thing.
Well, it was
Look,
funny
look,
during
look.
during Snow's campaign.
That's a
She sent
seriously
me an
cool
email.
book, you
She's
guys.
like, "You mean to hit 3 different
Yeah.
times?" And I'm like, "Yes."
I know it. You did it like 3 times.
Guys,
Like, holy
guys,
crap.
let's calm down. Let's calm down. Compare what they show to kids in kindergarten these days. This is pretty tame, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
better than that guessing game infamous video that ended up on YouTube Kids, if you guys know what I'm talking about.
Oh, what?
Which
Oh,
Wait,
Oh,
what?
that's so disgusting. I don't.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah,
Or the
let's
Spider-Man
think about
fighting each
happier
other's ass.
stuff.
Okay, hey, look. I got another Behringer Lovecraftian
this is
illustrated book.
gorgeous.
God,
Yeah, he's
stop
a French
making me
artist.
jealous.
He did Call of Cthulhu, maybe the most
Yes.
beautiful illustrated book I've ever seen.
Okay.
He's friends with the what was that one artist who was really famous for his Tolkien stuff?
Geiger.
Escher? Oh.
H.R. Giger.
Giger.
Or Geiger,
maybe.
I've heard
Isn't
both
that the
ways.
guy who did the alien from Aliens was based
Yeah,
on?
he
Giger
came up with the
did it.
original alien design.
Yeah.
Like this. I mean,
Super freaking awesome.
the French win in this regard only, but in this regard they
Wow.
I'm
Everybody has
reminded-
their talents.
I'm reminded
Yeah.
of whenever they made Scorn that came out last year. That whole game was just a mix between Geiger and Bekshensky.
Oh yeah, didn't Razorfist play that one?
Yeah, he
Or
played
am
a
I-
little bit of it. I played through a
Yeah.
fair bit of it myself. It's a fucking weird game, but I love it.
Hey, can we get an art style that's a mix of Geiger and Jack Kirby? That would be weird.
Holy crud.
Oh my
That would
God.
be so much work, dude. It would be so cool, but it'd be so much work.
There is something I want to bring up tonight. You guys have all heard of Radio Retro Future, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mr. Scrudgeon. Mr. Scrudgeon.
Yeah,
Yes.
Richard interviewed him. Or am I thinking of someone else? Yeah, no, I
Oh,
think
I do believe
He
he
was on
appeared on
Kinda
Iron
Crazy.
Age Nights.
yeah.
I did have him on an Iron Age Spotlight when I was still doing those. I might be bringing those back again soon. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Hopefully.
was on his channel back in March of this year.
Yeah, the
not a-
dude's
it's- yeah.
cool. The dude's cool as hell. Well, he's got a new Kickstarter coming up soon. But first, let me go over to here and bring up.
Oh yeah, I ordered his book like that whenever it comes out. Like, yeah, that
All right.
Stormcrow, are you plundering a toilet?
What? No.
No.
That was terrible. Why'd
I
you-
mean,
No,
I'm-
he's drinking out of a straw.
Stormcrow, you gotta
mean,
mute your
brain
mic.
sound.
hey, all right, you know what? I'll mute my mic. If Kahuna mutes his mic while he's building the PC,
You know what? Yeah, because
Is this
if,
too loud?
if I'm not on screen and I hear the noise, it's either Stormcrow or Kahuna. It's flip
It
a
is.
coin.
All right, I'm-
It is.
I'm gonna go
you want
first.
you want some ASMR there, brother?
Yes,
No,
man.
I
More.
do
Building
not
a PC ASMR.
ASMR
Of
in
course.
my
Let's
ear.
build a
Always keep in
PC
mind.
ASMR edition.
All right, first. There
All
you
right.
go.
Well, anyway,
Wow.
welcome to the Association of Ishtar, a world of adventure and mystery. All right, and I'm going to just go ahead and play Bonzart's video here. That is the introductory to his world, and then we'll get into the project
Good day,
coming up.
ladies and gentlemen. I am Bonzart Bogle, creator of Radio Retro Future and the Association of Ishtar, a series of steampunk adventures set in a multiverse.
Can you all
filled
hear
with
that okay?
cosmic mysteries.
Yes.
Yeah.
After finishing our previous Kickstarter, Bound for the Sticks, this fall we'll return with a third campaign for a new comic series, Journey to Elysium, an adventure with mystery and discovery written by me and illustrated by Johan Alexander with tributes to pulp science fiction and French comics. The first issue, The Remains of Babylon, is already done, but now we need your help to fund the special edition hardcover and the upcoming issues. In this story, Corporal Maurice Havelaar volunteers for a mission to the Elysium Object, a bell-shaped structure that materializes near the moon, whose circumference is larger than that of Paris. In the decades after its appearance, humans have tried to
Actually,
reach
I
this place.
clicked on the wrong
And to
video.
fulfill this
That's
dream, Ghulam Ali designed a space rocket for that purpose. But after two disastrous
But you're getting the
launch
idea of the
attempts
kind
in
of
the
world he's got
1820s,
going on here.
this
He's got a
visionary
really
fell out of
unique
favor
spin on
and has been
steampunk.
living as a
Oh, yes, he
recluse on
does.
this ocean platform ever since.
You mean he has a good
However,
spin
in
on steampunk?
1872, he is visited by a chairman
I
of
would
the
agree with
Association
that.
of Ishtar, who
I
desires
really
to
enjoyed
revive
reading
the
through
Babylon
Bound for the
Project and
Sticks.
send explorers to Elysium. During the course of this series, Havelaar will explore the interior of the Elysium Object and meet those who dwell there. All pages will be full-color
Now, he was
illustrations by
actually,
Johan
we were going to
Alexander
have him
with
on
some
tonight,
documents related
but
to the
it's
lore.
when
In
we
the special
start here,
edition, we want to
2
include
a.m. for
more
him. He
pages
wasn't able
on
to
Oh,
make it.
mythology
no.
and characters.
So I'd like for
However,
us to
it
sometime
all
maybe put
depends
together
on
a
your
stream where he
support.
could join us
We'll
at
hope
another
you'll follow our
time to
project
get him
on
on for a
Kickstarter
little
so
bit.
that when we launch in
If
the
you guys are
fall
down.
of
I'm
2023,
Yeah,
down.
definitely.
you'll be
We down.
notified. Not only will we have comics, we'll also have all the previous books in the series and maybe even some previews on books that have yet to be released. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna bid you adieu. And as always, make things your way.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. You know what? That's not the video I intended to click on, but that is the project he's got. There was an intro video to his whole world. That's what I meant to play. But that is the I believe that's the Kickstarter.
Ooh.
So share this tab.
Also,
Here
so
is the
did he
Kickstarter
say
project that has not started yet. But I'm going to drop the link down in the chat so everyone can go see it. Now this guy's got a lot of cool stuff, and I can't wait to get into his books.
Did he say he had fulfilled Bound for the Sticks? Like they had finished fulfillment on it?
Yeah, I have the physical copy,
I
a
have
copy of
it
it right
too.
behind me.
Yeah. It's
Huh.
right here.
I never got mine. That's disappointing. Oh well. I'll have to see if something went wrong there.
There's Wrench in the Machine, The Wrench in the Machine,
Ooh.
and Bound for the Sticks are the two books he has in his world, but he's also got the comic books in there. I think he's doing he has multiple people writing different things in his world, I think, because I know he said he built this with a collaboration in mind. So
Yeah, he has it as a shared setting.
Behold.
So anyone who wants to add on to the Association of Ishtar, I think it's maybe I'm getting it wrong in my head, but I think it's multiple realms or planes
Oh.
that the characters can travel between, so it sort of justifies having different stories.
Yes, the way I think it works, if I understand it correctly, is that they are in a multiverse, or they're outside the multiverse. Everybody in this civilization, they're like multiversal refugees. Some people can come and go back to their realities, but a lot of the people, they're stuck there. And the places they came from have been destroyed, or they had to run away or whatever. But anyway, this is where they are. This is where they now make their life. And hang on, I'm trying to get back to the actual screen. There, nope. Why can't I get back? Every time I try and click on the StreamYard page, it keeps going back to. Okay, got it. I don't know what was going on with my computer for a second there, but sorry about that, guys. I guess the operator must be at least 10% smarter than the equipment.
Hey guys. All right.
Okay.
So this is a question for Miss Mel and Otter. So this is a doubt I've been having with myself for about a couple of months. Not because of what I'm writing, but because of, well, you guys have been talking about, okay, so we did our thing, we succeeded, we put our book out. Hell, Manigram is holding your book, Miss No. That's a success right there. Even though you're not making millions of dollars, you won, in my opinion.
What?
My question is, my question would be to the both of you, and to myself, honestly, how do you know you're not getting bored with writing?
How do I know I'm not getting bored?
Yeah,
Otter, you
like,
go first because I'll end up talking forever. So
Well, this is kind of something I always try and do whenever I write, just to make sure I follow through with a project. I don't always succeed on it, but I always try to make the writing process fun for myself. So have little tips and tricks, like little ideas you can really have fun with, like certain tropes you really enjoy. Also, one thing I like to do is just to help and make sure that the ideas I'm working with I really enjoy. I love to do like an extensive brainstorm at the beginning of each story. That's really how I kind of filter out what I really want in there and what's just kind of like superfluous fluff. But I don't know, that making sure that the story you're writing you have a passion for and are willing to stick through with it even in the tougher moments, that's what means a lot.
okay, okay. Anyone else want to say before Miss Snow goes in? Because I want her to go in.
I actually want to hear her
That's
take.
really my best answer I can give. I'm not even sure how
now, Maji,
soundproof it is.
Oh, that's Maji, you and Wrangler. I kind of want to hear it before I start because y'all are right in the middle right now. Maji, you're in the middle of the creative process, and this is your first round. Tell me, why is it so easy for you right now when you go in and you write? Why is it easy?
Well, right now it's driving me nuts because I'm in the hurry up and wait part.
Mm-hmm.
But
I know that part. I know it all too well.
But
from the last few months.
It's okay. So 90% of the audience knows what started this, but for anybody who doesn't, it started as a meme, a joke. Actually, it was freaking Wrangler.
Yes.
Who challenged me to write it one time on a comic stream, and then Billy Bob Sack's like, why the hell not?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
well,
it's Wrangler's fault. But it started out, it was this tiny little thing, but then I just kept asking questions like, why? What happens after this? What keeps going? Like, do I really want to make this character? Oh hell, I'll give him a whole family. It just evolved from there. Like it went from being under 20K word process to this 68K elaborate book, and it sounds like I don't have enough details in a lot of places, according to one beta reader who's working on something right now, and he wants more details. But
is that an accusation there, Maji?
I don't know, just a something. But for me, I'm not bored with it because I'll go through and reread some parts, and it's like I want to add more to it. And if I was bored with it, I would read it and go, whatever.
You know, it's amazing because let me give, this is my final piece, Miss Snow. I'm sorry, but I had to get it out of my chest too. So you guys know Mr. Mindflayer. I talk about him all the time. He and we're practically just, he has become my creative consultant, his own words. And what I started off as one of the stars, it's like, this is just a fun, stupid horror campaign idea. Just general description, space vampires, we fight them. But the problem is that me being me, I just kept going with details. Like, okay, maybe they're space vampires, but maybe they like to drink spinal fluid. And then well, maybe they have a main character who fights them, but he's also really messed up in the head. But the problem is that he's the only one that knows how to fight these guys effectively. And then it's like, no, maybe I want to give him more sympathetic backstory and family and friends, and just kept going and going and going until finally, only a week ago, Mindflayer told me, you know what, dude? I just threw this idea out there to get it out of my chest, but you took it so far. This is your baby. And I'm like, wait, no, man, you gave me an idea. Yeah, and you added all the fine tuning and details and lyrics. And it shocked me because, like, how do you respond to that? Like, he threw the idea out there, but you made it your own. And my fear is this isn't my story. I thought, okay, this is just an opening salvo that I want to do to get it out of my chest to see if I'm up to snuff. Only until later to find out, no, I want to do this. I want to turn this story into something big and meaningful and beautiful until basically prepare myself so I can do my other thing that I really wanted to do. And if this succeeds or fails, at least I got to say, hey, even though I didn't get to do the thing I wanted to do, this thing I did by accident, I did it with all my heart. And I think, even though it's insane, I think it's beautiful. Okay, Miss Snow, you can go now.
Oh wait, now we have to hear from Wrangler too, because Wrangler's writing. Aren't you writing right now? Who else is writing? You got Otter, we got you.
Yeah, Wrangler's in beta phase.
Yeah, he's in beta. Even though he's in alpha, he's in beta.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
So tell us.
I had to top off
Tell
the
us
coffee real quick.
How you write without getting bored? Oh, that's fine. How do you write without getting bored?
Who, me?
That you.
I'm always bored.
I throw on music. That's what keeps me going. Just throw on any other background music.
Actually, I think I mentioned this on Otter's stream the other day. I'll sometimes when I'm trying to figure out a scene, I'll find a song that matches the mood of that scene I'm trying to write. And while I'm at work driving, I'll play that song over and over and just kind of keep crafting that scene in my mind like I'm watching a movie in my head and trying to time it to the music. And I spend hours driving around just and then when I get home at the end of the day, or sometimes it takes me a couple of days of doing that. When I get home, I finally sit down and I start or stand here and start typing it all out and hope it comes out good.
I think the key is just letting your mind wander as you go, because that's what carries you forward.
In fact,
I'm not as
the scene I'm
experienced
thinking
as
of,
some
I am going to share the link to that tune.
Stormcrow, try throwing on some background music when you're writing. It could help.
I do that. I do that a lot of times. It's amazing. You know.
I have a question. Is this I feel like we're using the wrong word. I struggle with some scenes when I write, and sometimes I'm not satisfied with the way it's coming out as it's coming out. But I'm never bored when I'm writing.
Yeah,
Whatever I'm writing,
it's not a boring process.
It's never boring for me.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about
Christian. It's only whenever you. It's only whenever you're actually seeing how it's coming out, and you're displeased with it. And I think everybody comes across this whenever they're writing. But the thing I'm slowly realizing is, like, I keep trying to keep going forward anyway, because once you finish that draft, you can always take another pass.
Oh,
and
yeah.
usually your ideas evolve into something even better.
Oh, yeah.
Athletic tips.
So, guys, check this out. This is one I listened to over and over again. Actually, I got to go about 30 seconds in. I don't know if I got a copyright hit for it or not, but
just play it for like 10
is
seconds.
Is it non-copyrighted music?
Seconds. I think you can do 15 seconds, something like that.
I've seen a couple different things with this up there. I'm not monetized, so I don't think it affects me. But I listen to this tune over and over again while driving to craft a scene.
Oh, wow.
And this really helped me put it together.
Yeah, this is
Now,
great battle
it sounds like it might be from a video game or something. I don't know, but
most intense music to drink coffee to.
Yeah, really. Yay, Tim.
Andrew Campbell says, "Who isn't writing?" LOL. Tim Allen says, sorry, had a phone call. Now I'm back.
Oh, we'll forgive you, Tim.
Boom
Yeah,
and Blue.
I can-
Holy crap. Boom and Blue's here. He says, hail the Iron Age. Hail Wrangler and crew. Good to see you, Foo.
Godspeed.
Yay!
Also, guys, this wasn't a planned desk, but it's just the one that's in here right now. I don't think there's enough room.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't think there's
That might be a problem.
By the way, we would usually see Fu Man Blue over in the chat on Sword and Starship stream. Go check out the channel Sword and Starships. Captain Garrett. He puts on a damn good show.
Yeah, he does.
Heck
He's
yeah.
Oh, I
fun.
gotta put him on my list.
Oh yeah,
Wrangler, I
definitely.
can absolutely link the song that's inspired me with this book of mine, but I know 100% it's copyrighted.
Oh, bummer.
100%.
Here, I sent you one.
What's the
for
name
something.
of it?
If you're familiar with the band Eclipse, it's one of their
non-copyrighted.
lesser known songs.
Oh.
Oh, I know
The
a
name
lot
of the
these.
song is Stand on Your Feet.
Stand up, that's where you live.
All right. Call me crazy, call me weird, call me gay. I don't care. I listen to opera when I'm writing.
Opera's
my scenes.
awesome.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong.
Klingons listen to opera. They're
I
bad.
listen
I like-
to
yeah.
German depressing opera. To be specific.
It's Klingon
Gustav
opera. All
Mahler.
right.
Klingon opera.
Gustav Mahler. You know.
I
There's
actually.
nothing. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
There's nothing more tantalizing when you're tasting metal than listening to German people tell you how much life sucks, you know? And then you get to put those feelings into pages.
That's
In
I
Minecraft.
love
Absolutely.
in Minecraft. That's right.
In
In
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
In Minecraft, yeah.
Mine
You
knows
only hurt
neither.
Somebody
yourself in
usually throws in a
Minecraft.
roadblock or two.
Hell, I remember when my brother first grabbed Minecraft. I don't remember what year it was, but I don't think there was even enemy I don't think there were any enemy creatures yet, or at least creatures that would attack you yet. It was like before version 2.0 of the game.
Oh yeah, I had them like
Long
in
fucking
2009
time
or something. It was great.
Okay.
Well, like back then there was nothing to that game, and now it became
Yeah,
the
that's
best-selling game of all time, didn't it?
Yeah.
Or am I mistaken?
No, you're not. Now, Miss Snow.
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
Okay.
Please
Okay.
tell me.
Thank you. I want to make sure everybody gets their chance because I don't want to talk too much. But
But
You
that's
have
kind of
to-
why we have you on here, because you're
Ow.
good at talking.
yeah, I know I get in trouble for that sometimes. But no, I love hearing what other people have to say. But you have to be the greatest fan of your story. One of the reasons we're able to write fanfic so well is because we're already fans of the property. We already are in love with the characters. We become obsessed with the characters and writing them because we want them so much to be in our lives that we're willing to write these scenes. Well, we have to be that for our own story. Sometimes it requires going in, just like you're talking about. I
Very
love
quickly,
the
check your
music.
guild it.
Yeah, I love going into the music part of it. I have an extensive, probably about 500 to 700 songs that I have in separate playlists. Each character has a playlist. There are songs that are used for each character's mood. That helps me get in the moods where I know what they feel like when they're singing, when they're in a certain situation. If that particular character is feeling romantic, there's a specific song that I go to, and that helps me write in that person's voice better. But there's also songs for battle. I'm a really big fan of Tchaikovsky. His Kokdor suite has some great battle music at the end of it, and I've listened to that on loop sometimes for hours prior to writing scenes. But because I am so in love with these characters and I want them so much to get to that place where we have that melding of the story, getting them to that part of the story where you're seeing them, where you've always seen this little clip, this little snippet. It's like watching a trailer in your head and you can see it, but you don't really have the script yet. You just see that one part and you can imagine what must be happening that's leading up to this big scene. And so you get to write through it. You have to have that love for those characters. If you're finding that some things are difficult about writing when you're going back and you're like, man, I wrote this whole scene, it just doesn't fit in. I've put aside, like I said, probably a book's worth of material. That's all of these stories that what you're reading right there, Kahuna, where you're reading Six Gun Shiva. Actually, the beginning was the second part of book one, and book one became so in and of itself, I was like, the book has to end here. And so literally writing Six Gun Shiva becomes this where I go in and I'm like, I already know where they're going, but what happens on the journey to get there? And it becomes this picaresque moment where I just get to be with the characters as they're learning about each other and riding across, Texas, trying to find a place to get safe. And
Have a great night, Tim Allen.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. Oh wow, don't get hurt. But yeah, our soundtrack for the Alamo put aside specifically for when I'm writing certain types of battles or writing fight scenes is different. I have a tendency to go to rock and roll or actually metal when I'm writing fight scenes as opposed to actual battle scenes, which are different. And so putting that music in, making this to where you see that movie in your head and then saying, I can write this to work the way I want my characters to be. And now I get to ship them the way I want. I get to put them together, or they, something's going to happen that breaks up. There's always the surprise in finding out what's taking place where you're writing and suddenly the characters do something you never expected. To have that happen is such a thrill. And I see you're nodding your head. So I know you've had that happen where your characters suddenly decide they're going to break free from you and they do something and it is totally within their character. It's totally what they would do. But you're like, but no, I need you to, and they're like, no, I have to do this. And you're like, okay, let's roll with it. And it turns out to be exactly what the story needed. It is absolutely a thrill. It is like going on a ride with your best friends, being able to go with them through this journey, and you are being their social media. You're taking the pictures, you're listening to their voices, you're writing it all down for humanity. These are people that will never exist unless you give them a voice. Understand your role in creating these characters and bringing them
But I want to
to life.
brutally murder them.
Well, yeah, and some people in your story are going to die. There's been deaths in my stories that people weren't really expecting early sometimes, and because it just happened. Usually, when those deaths happen in my story, especially with characters that just show up, they have a tendency to have something happen that will surprise even me. And I find that writing the death, because I guess I've been alive long enough now that death is a part of life. We
What are
don't
you
get
talking about? You're like fucking 18 years old, 19. Something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. You're so sweet to say that. That's such an adorable thing. And yeah, I
Billy
know.
Bobsack?
Yeah,
Sweet. What reality am I in?
yeah, that's right.
If she's 18, how old am I right now?
Yeah, you'd be like,
Fucking 96. You're old as fuck. Holy
That's
hell.
about right. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, as long as it's taking you to set up that PC.
Dude, yeah. But no,
Oh, I couldn't
being
take it.
60 years, I think being 60 years old, maybe, and having been an EMT and a firefighter and all that stuff, you realize that death is a part of our story. It is part of what we do. And so we don't get a chance to really choose which way we go out. Some people try. We went through this thing where a person decided they were going to try to clock out of life and it didn't work out the way they thought.
Sounded like a fart.
Yeah. So
Put
when
that camera up.
when you realize that this is part of your story, it's part of who you are, then death isn't this, oh, it's horrible, I'm going to end this person, or it becomes a part of who they are. They're ending this, each death is unique and tragic in its own sense, or it's a villain. It's something maybe this well-deserved, but there's a portion of this human being back there that's not going to achieve redemption because their story ends. And so there's just this huge love affair with the characters, each one of them, and the need to bring them to life, knowing that if I don't get in there and write, if I don't have the discipline to write, these characters aren't going to live. This is like saving a life. And when you realize it's that way, that I have a short amount of time on this earth and I have something in my heart I want people to know. It was really humbling to go. A lot of y'all know I have a degenerative eye condition called keratoconus, which means, and I illustrate. So if they look terrible to you, then you're gonna pass it off because I can't, draw sometimes because it just doesn't look right. And that's why I switched this last time to Procreate. I went to my eye doctor and we were talking about what we could do, and they were going to give me prosthetic lenses, and they were telling me, well, it might not work the way that we'd hoped. It's probably going to give you other problems. So. And he told me, he said, hey, we can get your eyes to a certain point with your glasses and you can do things. And he said, so you're writing a book? And I said, yeah, I've got the series. And I showed him and he said, well, you need to go ahead and finish it. And when somebody tells you that, that you might want to go ahead and finish what you're doing because you may not be able to see well enough to do it. It not only lights a fire under you to get the job done, but it makes you appreciate that at least I know that I have a limited amount of time that I can accomplish my dreams to illustrate this giant series that I have.
Well,
Got at
even
least,
Guilty Gear heard it.
yeah, yeah. There's 15, there's 15, at least 15 to 18 books in the series, and it does have a definitive end to it. It has an arc, and knowing that means that I want to give these people life before I'm no longer able to write the scenes or be able to draw them the way I want to. And I have a job and a duty to do it as an author, and it makes me excited to get it done. A lot of people never know that they clock out because something bad happens to them, and they don't ever get to know that they didn't have as much time as they thought they did. At least I know, and I have to get this series finished so that way I can make this happen. So I feel
It's
really
weird
blessed.
how reality almost motivates you by telling you you can no longer do this.
Yeah, there comes a point where I'm gonna be able to see.
Well, honestly, my story, like even the first draft, I took it with me through one of the rougher parts of my life.
Yeah.
Like it just seemed like more and more doors were kind of closing around me, and things were just getting tougher and tougher.
Yeah.
But there it was to help get me through it, and I that's kind of what kept me going forward, is just believing in it. Really,
Yeah.
because I knew it was there. I knew it was waiting for me at the very end. I didn't know what exact form it was going to take, but I knew there was something promising and beautiful at the end.
That's amazing. And this is not the first time I've heard this. There's been at least 3 other authors I've heard from this. They said, this was the story that saved me. My story gave me life. It actually gave me hope. When you hear that from other people and you realize it's the story that propels us forward, it's writing us as much as we're writing it. That's
Yeah, it's
extraordinary.
weird.
It really is.
But I'm another one. The project itself kind of was the one thing that kept me sane for a while.
Yeah.
So
I
can
want to see this. I'm sorry. You first, Maji.
well, no, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna say this because I'm tired and I want to sleep, but I'm gonna leave it with this. I maybe a bit I may be a bit self-shut in saying this, but literally everything I'm doing with you guys and story is literally probably the only thing that's keeping me from driving the fist through a wall on most days, because I gotta be honest here. I kind of hate my job. I barely tolerate the people that I work with most of the time, and really just doing what I'm doing with you guys, and just even putting, not even words, just pointing out the story, and hopefully bringing up the courage to write it down, and hopefully one day just showing you what I did. That's probably giving me a lot more hope just to get through this year, because I see up ahead more loss for me.
Wait,
I'm
did
not
you
even
clean
real
shaven,
why.
Christian, because you want to cosplay as Leslie more? You want to transition to Leslie?
Bro.
That's his choice, Billy. That's his choice. But Miss Snow, I have total faith that you are going to finish your story. All right, and you guys are just the greatest. You guys deserve all the Hollywood money that Hollywood is losing, and you guys deserve to have all your dreams come true.
Aw.
That's my thing. If I can sacrifice my dreams to make sure this whole thing stays alive long enough to see Disney burn to the ground, I'd do it happily. You know?
Well, this is not about sacrificing dreams. This is about helping each other's dreams come to fruition.
Yeah.
That's
Because
what
this
this
has
is
been the
about.
same thing for me, Stormcrow. I was in a really bad place when I found this community, and
Really?
just working with you guys actually pulled me through.
Now it gets
one of maybe not the absolute worst, but one of the worst times in my life. 1 year ago when I first got here, I was dealing with. I won't go deep into it now. You guys have heard me talk about it before, but
Yeah.
what I was dealing with, I was a total mess, and this group gave me the only focal point to keep me going. So Stormcrow, I get it. This can actually be a very, very big deal. Sometimes it's straight up therapeutic. But
It
Yes.
is. But what I want you to
Yeah, yeah.
understand, Storm, and all of us here, and I know this sounds so cliche, there comes a time when you realize that somebody's writing your story too, and we have input. We have that moment where the great author puts the characters, the scene, everything's set. We have choices to make, and we as characters in a book that we can't yet see the ending of, we get a chance to write our own story and be the people we wanted to be, the hero we always wanted to be. When I realized that every day I can wake up and I can cosplay myself, who do I want to be? How do I want to act? One of the days I realized, wait a minute, I really am the character I want to be. And there's some days I fail. I mean, there's days I cuss or I say something mean to somebody, and I'm like, I understand that I can do better.
I'm a delivery driver. I run in school buses. I cuss.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah,
I can be whoever I want.
Oh yeah, put it on there, little baby face.
I'm an otter with a top hat.
Oh jeez. But no, this is a tremendous community. I think IronAge is a very appropriate name. Iron sharpens iron. And the best of the IronAge that I've seen so far is all people in groups like you guys and us that are trying to work and put out the best thing that we can right now and help each other to do the same. And that's one of the things I love about this group. Everybody is like we tease and joke, but Billy Bob pretends to be older than he is and pretends that he's my dad. But anyway,
I am older than you. What are you talking about? I'm Mugwai.
You baby.
Oh shush.
Baby.
I should not have shaved, man. I feel like I just need a reset every now and again. I do it very occasionally with a beard, and even less frequently with my hair.
I got a bigger beard
all the
than
way
you,
to the
Christian.
scalp. But
What are you saying?
that's
you guys all make me jealous. I cannot grow it in on the sides. That's why I only have a goatee.
Well, I can't either, man. You guys have seen.
I mean,
my
I
hair.
can grow it in down here, but that's not where I want it. So.
Oh, like on the neck, like it gets really poofy right about here.
I could do that awesome basement dweller beard right here.
Very Amish Paradise music video kind of. But no, I appreciate all you guys, and Stormgirl, you make a great point, man. This is a really good group, and it's nice to appreciate everybody. Oh, sure.
Hug fest, everybody hug, yay!
RH I gotta go. I'm sorry, I gotta go. But please enjoy the night, ladies and gentlemen. Except you, Bob. You're being rude. But that can be fixed on Saturday when I finally join the group and you have to deal with me. I don't know if you're ready, man.
Well, at least you didn't write athletic tits. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, that's fair.
There you go.
That's fair.
All right,
Good night,
Stormcrow, just
everybody.
to save everybody's ears, I'm going to give you a woo. Woo.
Thank you.
There you go.
Good night.
That sweet potato.
Have a
Get that
good one,
PC
bro.
set up. Get that PC set
By the
up.
way, Maji, that link you sent me, is that safe for YouTube or no? I mean, I know it's on YouTube, but is that copyright or?
I don't know. Probably
The
copyrighted.
one
but-
I sent you on Guilty is
You know what? Screw
non-copyrighted
it.
music.
I'm going to share something real quick here
Do it.
that I know isn't. I'm pretty sure I can get away with.
Do it.
Do it, bad kitty.
Yeah, the songs in the book.
Oh, cool.
Although that one's not mentioned in the book, that's what I listened to for that scene, so I put it there. But there is one particular scene where
This is an eclectic array of songs.
well, this was just awesome. So no context, just here you go.
This is so
See one more time. Oh, that is good.
Frequency. You want to hear a fun fact about
That
her?
is so cool.
Sure.
She's now the foreman for like building Nike shoes and stuff.
Who that
woman?
that chick right there?
Yeah.
You
What?
know her? Oh wait, I just
Yeah.
got it. That went over my head.
Wow,
Damn
I
it,
didn't
I
see
got
it.
you. Oh, thank you, readout. That's appropriate. How dare you?
Read
What?
out.
Oh.
Read out.
Otter,
Oh.
you the Norm McDonald.
No,
Didn't
but
Readout
there's
have
this guy I follow on Instagram who
something he
plays
wanted
the
to
same
share?
instrument, and he can just shred on that thing.
Also, Maji, I asked you something on Gilded.
Oh, did you? Hold on.
Oh dear.
Fu Man Blue said.
Just do?
Fu Man Blue said, "You have to have this feedback. You all have something the powerful can never have, and that is a circle of people that want to help you for
Oh,
you, not what you can do for them."
wow.
Not to mention, we can all take criticism. They can't.
We sometimes
How
we
dare
get
you
weird and
assume
we
that?
thrive on criticism. It's weird.
Tell me how bad I am. Say it again. Say it.
That's
Say
tough,
it.
Otter.
Say
Otter
it up
would
close.
survive if he couldn't take criticism, you know? He'd be crying like a little bitch. Oh, well.
There's only
Oh,
one
I'll
person who can
cry.
tell me what's up, and he's right here.
Hold up, you're also a woman, RH Snow. There's a difference, okay?
I know. I
Double
cry all
O
the time.
Samurai.
Double O.
Yeah. Or,
I don't know
what,
if you've
what did
ever
I call
come
it?
across
I think
this. Sorry, I don't know if you've ever come across this, RH Snow, but whenever you're writing, do you ever feel like you're discovering the characters, especially at first, if you're starting off a series?
Yes.
Because I
Oh,
had
no,
that
yeah.
tremendously
For sure.
with this.
Yeah, you fall in
What
love
was it?
with them,
Specific
even
characters or
even
just all of
adults.
them?
Specifically, it was my two main characters. They were the ones I had to
brothers?
figure out the
I want to
most.
see Readout's Kindred Hearts.
Oh. Yeah, I think.
Also,
I think
read
if
out,
we-
where's your book?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's under all of this bubble wrap. And you know, I have a complaint. It used to be bubble wrap was small and you can
You know what
pop
also
it.
goes good with bubble
Now they're
wrap?
I
these
love.
what?
My Immortal on Hetero
Stop flaming,
Media
Kay.
Podcast. Check it out, guys.
What does this have
This
to
is
do with
beautiful
my
bubble
wrap?
wrap, sweetie.
Anyways.
Squeeze
Anyways.
it. No.
Also, read out. You need to shave so that you look younger than me.
No, we can't have tiny
Yeah, then
children.
you'll look like you fit in the My Immortal universe.
Why do we keep talking about My Immortal? We're not talking about My Immortal right now. No, I was gonna open actually at the
talking about
start of the
My
stream,
Immortal.
but I had a little problem opening the box.
Oh
Like
yeah.
the tape and box ratio was so tight.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
What?
no, a few weeks ago actually a few months ago for the Comic Book
my
Wednesday
goodness.
for Royce's stream, this was one of the things that was on the
Yes.
Twix spread. I picked this one as my choice. I forget if we actually voted this as our favorite for the week, but I instantly dropped money on it, and now it's here.
Look
And
at
I'm-
you, you patron, a
I'm gonna-
patron of the arts.
I'm gonna read the back. I'm gonna read the back for the synopsis.
Do it.
It is the early 1920s, and the world has been gripped by a new sport called wind racing. Using Wright brothers-esque machines, people race around crowded streets, kicking up dirt and cramming their wings together as they compete for the glory of being number one. Right now, there are two companies who everyone in the world knows: Pegasus, who created the sport, and Cerebus, who plan to take it over. Isabel Voigt is a 15-year-old mechanic working for the ailing Pegasus. While once a prestigious wind racing company, a series of stunning losses from Cerebus, hey, look, it's late, have tanked the public's opinion of him. She believes that it's up to her to win their favor back. But her father, Carl Voigt, is determined to keep her stuck as a mechanic, building the same menial machines that have caused everyone to lose faith in them. She has a plan, though. Somehow, some way, she is going to build something that blows not only the old man away, not just Cerebus, but the whole world. Something that will change wind racing forever. Something that only she can fly. A jet.
Oh,
Woo!
So
that's cool.
the artwork is heavily inspired by Ghibli,
Ghibli.
as you can tell.
Oh yes.
It's kind of like
In
an
addition-
American cartoon meets Ghibli. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
In addition
Aw,
to
cute.
it's also heavily inspired by Ghibli because flying machines. Ghibli
Can
love
we
their flying
expect a
machines.
review around the same time you're going to do the Hunger Games something
Yeah.
snakes?
I don't know. I have so many things I want to do, and I don't have time to do them.
You'll do a review of this, and then right after
Oh,
that, you do a review
and-
of the
Hold
Hunger
on,
Games
there's some other.
snakes.
There's some lovely Brucey bonuses. Oh, something snakes. Yes,
Ooh.
yes, that's happening. Something
Of snakes and
Do
songbirds.
not
or-
throw out the five. Oh,
It comes with a trading
cute.
card.
Oh,
I got a couple
Nice.
trading cards with my Iron Age comics. It's pretty cool.
They also come with business cards, one for Cerebus and then
Sweet.
one for
neat.
Pegasus. So like in universe. This is what I'm so nerdy. I'm like, the comic, that's cool. Oh, the business cards. This is where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you're really
Really cool
geeky like me.
box.
When you're
Are you
like,
gonna?
"I love these cards."
You should print off. You should print off some more of those and give them out as yourself. Yeah, Cerebus.
Yeah, that's what I work for.
Now, Billy Bob, the link you sent me before, did you want that shown? No,
No, I was just showing what music I listen to. It's
What do
the-
you
was
listen
that
to, Billy
cyberpunk
Bob?
synth.
Yeah, the synth music.
Oh yeah.
I do a bunch of the writing. It's like a
I
copyright
love
free
some good synth.
royalty one. It's
I
got a
always
bunch
end up
of
listening
different ones in there.
to Doom. Just listening to Doom music the whole time.
I
That's
listened to Doom as well, but it was kind of funny when I was writing.
That looks like
a
Stormcrow meets
very
Trippy.
sweet interaction between the old woman and the main character.
Oh yeah.
I can
And just
see
listening
it.
It really
to
I don't think I
does.
want to know what. If we melded Trippy and Stormcrow, I don't know what kind of monster we.
Yeah, they get caught
This
in a
is what you get.
transporter
No.
accident, and
Oh my gosh.
That's trippy, dude.
uh,
Oh, that is.
All right,
cute.
guys, get going here. I have to go take a trip and grab a few more things from the house and probably grab some dinner at some point.
build
too,
the
but
PC.
yeah, thanks for having me on,
Build the
Wrangler. I
PC.
really appreciate it, man.
Build the
You
PC.
hey, always
It's
good to have
already
you, man.
built,
Build
man.
the PC. Build the PC.
Do you guys hear
Yeah,
Billy Bob?
I finally added both you and Snow into the
Nurture
regular
PC.
Listen here, you little
link
child.
list.
Build the PC.
So
Thank you.
Sweet Snow, we're included. We're in the cool club.
We're the cool kids.
yeah, you're,
All right.
you're on as full-time panelist now. Better be on time, damn it.
Sweet.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm gonna need replacements. We're heading into the holiday season. You might not see
Avery
me again.
No.
805.
Guilty Gearhead. That's the one that's like the collection. It's actually really fucking good. There's only like a couple ones I don't really like in it.
Oh really?
All right, y'all. I bid you adieu, and I'll leave you with one thing.
What's that?
Woo!
Good job.
That was a good one.
That
I'm
was
not sure
good.
that was loud enough.
Yeah, one of these days we're gonna
Maybe
need you
try
to
it
just,
again for good measure.
one of these days everyone's gonna have to go silent so he could do just a nice woo, and then we can clip that.
Keep it. Yeah, we
Hold up,
flip
isn't
it
it
on
past his bedtime, the little boy?
It is way past his bedtime.
No, the problem is I think I'm not the only one he left here in the office right now. So I'm trying to. I didn't
Oh,
go full.
that part. Yeah. That part. Sorry.
I'm waiting for an angry knock on the door, but we'll see.
Well, hopefully that
guys.
knock does not come.
That's
All right.
right.
Aloha, guys. Love you. Have a good night.
See ya.
Have a good night, man.
See you, Kahuna.
See you later.
What? Oh, hold up. I'm
What?
getting a news report. There's a breaking news.
Uh-oh.
What?
Something
Here we
about
go.
lasers, Jewish, something.
Jewish
I don't
space
know.
lasers. Lasers, yes. There's like
I can make so many jokes.
Jewish
I'm not-
space lasers. What?
You know, that's a little bit too relevant nowadays, you know. It's got
I
a
still
different
can't
way
believe
here.
that's a congressional address.
Welcome to the modern world. We are fucked.
Yes.
Guilty Gearhead says White Bat is what Richard uses for his streams. For the chill stream, his ending music there, that sometimes just gets stuck in my head. It's very simple but very catchy.
Dude,
Funny.
I
whatever
recommend y'all
animated
listening
moon
to
listens
the-
to too.
Listen to that video, that 4-hour one. It's got a lot of really good one. He's the dude who done for that one is the one he's saying Richard uses for his stuff.
Oh
his
yeah.
streams.
I have
Storm
never done a
Soul,
stream.
Trippy
I don't
Crow.
have to worry. I just use my own.
Blue Man
loops.
Blue, it's great to see you tonight. You have a good one.
Yay! Thank you.
Also,
Foo.
Maji asked you a question on Go.
Oh, yeah, I answered.
Yeah.
Another question.
Ah, for crying out loud, dude.
Well, ask
Oh,
me.
asking a question. That's too much. Okay.
Oh, that's Evele on the end song for
Oh,
Chill
yeah.
Stream.
Oh, wow.
I had no idea. All I know is that got stuck in my head. Well, now it makes sense. Now I know why. Consider the source.
Okay, John A. Douglas. That is so cool that Emily's music is on there. It just makes me happy. But John A. Douglas has that little thing
Oh,
where there's the
that's
coffee
easy.
cup,
The
and
what?
it's like it's right there. John A. Douglas has the coffee cup music that he has on his thing where he's like doing his coffee thing.
The what?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Orange Snow?
Coffee.
Yeah, John
I
A.
thought
Douglas.
she said copy cuck music. I was like,
No,
what the fuck?
cup like a drink from a cup, dear. No, it's a coffee cup. And he has that and for some reason.
There's the
that makes
one
me
he
happy.
has for his intermissions. That's
Yeah.
from Super Mario Paint.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And I love this. I don't know why it makes me just happy. I could just sing, drink some coffee, drink some more coffee, drink some coffee, drink some coffee, drink some more coffee.
Okay, I'm drinking it.
You get it now. Oh, yeah, that's
Coffee time.
I
Coffee,
want some coffee now.
coffee. Cappuccino. Java. Yeah.
I'm also a caffeine fiend.
Oh, I want
so
to
Very
crap,
I like
underrated
myself.
disaster flick right there, man.
Really?
Dante at his peak is what he's quoting.
Oh, with Pierce Brosnan?
Yep.
Yes.
She pulls up in an SUV bringing coffee for everyone, and of course the hipster of the group goes, "Coffee time, Java."
I don't
So,
go ahead.
See, most people think I'm just being annoying by saying that.
No, you're
All right,
being
do we need to
cool.
bring up the item stuff now?
that's exactly what I was about to get
Yeah.
into.
Uh-oh.
Animation overload.
Oh,
Overload. I've got to head out. Night, y'all. Good night, Animation Overload. Thanks for
Good night.
stopping in.
and actually, I've got to go check on my people. They just came back when they had a big wreck and stuff the other days, or earlier today. So I got to go check and make sure all my people are all stocked up. And
Question:
And
Is
make
your
the
husband
game.
back up to full recovery now?
he is. He's not up to full recovery. But he's able to walk and he's able to go out. He can drive now. He's finally driving
Oh,
again.
sweet.
Yeah,
That's
finally.
amazing.
And how about your son? Because it wasn't
Yes, he was actually in
both
the
him
wreck
and your
as well.
son that were
Yes.
caught in the wreck?
Yeah, my husband and
How's
son
he
were
doing?
both in, but my son, I had only one scratch on his back. Never had anything else.
Oh,
Wasn't
wow.
no, yeah, this is extraordinary. Somebody should have died. I know that. I absolutely know that. That's the day that my life should have been forever changed, and it wasn't. Two men walked away from that. My son walks away with a scratch, and my husband miraculously lives, even though he shouldn't have, and that's a big deal. But the fact, so every day that somebody gets up out of bed, it's a big day. And so my husband is able to walk. He's able to do almost everything he did before, but he gets very tired very easily. He had 27 broken bones. Like I said, his entire back was broken. All the vertebrae was crushed, everything, and they screwed him back together. He's like the Bionic Man. But so he's able to move around and do
Does he
things.
jump
But
super high and you hear
I know, yeah.
I'm Lee Majors. Ha!
I can, yeah. Oh, that was a trip. That was a blast from the past. So I told him that. He's like, yeah, it's extraordinary. And he still gets so frustrated. There's some things he's not quite up to doing yet that he's working on. But he went out on a scene today, and he doesn't kneel down or do a lot of the stuff he did with his EMT work, but he does a lot of the command stuff, calling in helicopters, things like that. And so he was able to go out and do that.
Dispatch.
Yeah. Well, he's a fire chief. So he shows up on scene and he calls in the assets and does all that. But it's getting back to where he can kneel on the ground and do CPR, things like that. That's really bugging him. And he's working on it. So just keep praying for us, because I know that it's frustrating. But every day he's alive, I'm just thanking God. I'm just cool
No,
with it.
it's amazing he's up and actually fully functioning, considering fact he was on life support.
Yes, he was on life support for 2 weeks. They were coming up on the point where they were going to tell me that, hey, we're going to have to pull it and we're going to have to do these things. And that's what we decided to do.
Oh, that is a rough spot. I've been in that spot, and it is scary as hell.
It is. Yes. You know what I'm saying? That you only
Yeah.
have a certain amount of time.
Well,
And they say, okay, we're going to pull it.
When Sonnet was coming up to that point and she wasn't supposed to be alive. So I know what you mean when you say you thank God every day.
Yeah.
I do too. A year ago, there is no reason she should still be alive. So
Tell us
I
the
think-
story, buddy.
I seriously think prayer is the only reason she's still here.
Oh, I know that. Tell us the story, buddy.
Huh?
Tell us the story.
She wants to know about Sana.
Oh, a medical issue. She ended up in the hospital for it had to do with diabetes. That the reason she went.
Yeah.
What we didn't realize is she had an internal bleed that was a bit of a separate issue.
Yeah.
So when she got there, she threw up. The torquing in her stomach ripped it open, and she pretty much bled out right there. And while she was being transferred from the ambulance gurney to the hospital gurney,
Jeez.
they had her. They were doing CPR for over 25 minutes. When they finally got her stable, for lack of better words, and we got in there, they said she's probably not going to make it through the night, but if she does, she isn't going to make it through the next 72 hours. And
Jeez.
so for the next 28 days was absolute hell until she finally woke up when we were up against the pull the plug time too. When she
Yes.
well, they pulled it and she stayed with us. And then she woke up, but she was out of it for like the next 3 months. She was like only half coherent. They said she'll probably never get her brain function back. She's got her brain function back. She is as coherent as she's ever been. And after her brain being deprived of oxygen for over 25 minutes, the bitch is still smarter than me. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but seriously, she
really
should
feel
not still be here statistically. And the day she went in the hospital, that night is when I first came across Royce's channel.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she is the co-creator of Haley. So, the whole reason the book exists is because of her.
So when you see your life like that and you realize this is your story, that there's stories that we know, everybody knows the story that ends tragically. Everybody knows that you and I regular, we know, we've seen it. And you're like, why do I get the miracle? Why us? Why now? And it's not survivor guilt, but it's just that realization that you want her to celebrate, and you know that in the next room there was somebody that didn't make it, that deserved to, but you're like,
and it's really strange because here we go, a year later, almost to the date, my aunt went into the hospital and it looks like she's not coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, she's had issues that have been building for a while, and she's probably they just moved her to a hospice room. She's in her 80s and had all sorts. They found a mass growing on her brain, which is why the whole reason they found this is she had dementia. But then when they did all her blood work, they said there's no reason she should have dementia. And when they checked her brain, they found a mass growing and pressing on all her on everything.
Yeah.
So it pretty much, they removed it, but she's not getting better and seems to be degrading, and it looks like she's not going to make it the next couple days. Which
it's tough, and we're going to be praying for her. This is the story. This is our story. This is that characters walk through that journey, and how do we walk with them? What would your characters do in your book to make it better? Well, we're the characters. We get to be here, and sometimes we get the miracle, and all you can do is just witness it and say, "Oh my God, this is my life. This is the story. This is where we were. This is who we are." And then there's times when the story has a tragic moment in it, and maybe the hero is struggling. Maybe he's not going to make it. Maybe he will. But God, make it a heroic ending. Make it something so incredible that when your people come after you and they say, "Well, what's the story about him? Tell me what happened." And they'll say, "This man was my inspiration. This woman is the reason I still fight as hard as I do, because every day she fought till the very end, until somebody told her she couldn't fight anymore. And she still cranked out one more day just to fork over the powers of darkness that would have all of us give up." Just be the one that when they tell your story, that you are the character that inspires them the most.
That song I linked, we can't play because it's copyrighted, but if you could link it in the chat, you guys got to check it out.
I would love to hear it.
Sure. Hold on. I got a million tabs open. I got to figure out which one it was.
No, I sent it in the private chat.
Oh,
Okay,
private.
cool.
Okay. Yep. I'll go grab that now. Yeah. And James Esparza just popped in there. He said he's off work now. Cool. We might see him tonight. I'm on the wrong link here. Which chat did you put it in? You put it in the StreamYards chat. I'm on the Gilded.
Nah, there's too much beta info on that one. Which, for the record,
My
your betas.
headphones just blew up with that song.
Yeah, it's a headbanger. But no, it snows right. It's been crazy, that's for sure. It's been a weird year. Yeah.
That link is now in the chat, by the way. Yeah, she was talking about earlier about falling in love with all the characters, and how I was going to say something then, but the conversation flowed off. I didn't want to interrupt it. It's like, do you ever reach a point where it's like, I like all these characters so much, I want to save the bad guys, but I need them to be designated assholes for the story to work.
Well, yeah, shoot, mine wasn't intended to be a bad guy. But he just made a better bad guy.
It's just how the story ended up coming together.
But I'm also a firm believer is sometimes you just need a bad guy to have a bad guy.
I agree. Sometimes that's exactly what your story needs.
Yeah. Speaking of, well, maybe not bad guys, but messed up guys, kind of antagonistic, I do want to discuss the whole Isom graveyard issue. That it's a very weird escalation in the whole, for lack of better words, culture. Well, it is kind of a war. I hate to say it, not a rockets and bombs one, but
it's a Cold War.
Yeah. What happened, for those who don't know, is, as you know, Eric July has the Rippaverse. His main character right now, Isom. Well, he kind of got into a trademark issue. I mean, that's a whole nother ball game. But what happened is he ended up saying where he got the name and everything. Why it was after his, I think, great grandfather. He named the character.
That's the one he named after. He named Isom character for. So it's not just a random fucking family member either. Brave.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a whole. We could have a whole 20-minute conversation just on the name. But the subject of this conversation is when he announced that. I understand some people get heated or zealous, and they like to own the other side for whatever that means. But some dude did some Batman style levels of research to figure out where this grave was, went there wearing a mask to conceal his identity, put stuff on the grave, had his picture taken, and put it on the internet to screw with him. That is so freaking disturbing. That, I mean, if you don't like his comics, don't buy them. But are you going to dislike a comic so much that you're going to hunt down this dude's ancestor's grave just to mess with his head? I mean, and in the video where he addressed it, he even said this guy's probably sitting there just, this is funny, and when it's not. And he might have a point. This guy might be so out of touch, he thinks it's just all a gag, not realizing just how off the rails that is. To go mess with an ancestor's grave just because you don't like somebody.
Can't you find out who that dude is? Can he get arrested for desecrating a grave? Read out.
Yeah, thankfully it doesn't look like he did any actual damage to the grave.
It depends on laws in the area. It depends on how that cemetery's operated. Somebody had gone in and knocked a headstone down, then that's a different story.
Yeah, no, he put a couple items in front of it, got his picture taken with it, and then I don't think he did any damage or anything. But I mean, this was still in a sense of desecration because he was doing it to screw with somebody. And I wonder if he even realizes how messed up that is.
Mostly because I don't consider everybody thinking that. We don't think about people doing that.
Well, but here's the concerning factor. Set aside it's Eric July. Set aside it's even part of the culture wars. You have somebody going and literally dancing on somebody's grave. And worst part is they think they're doing the right thing as the activists. They think they're in the right when they're disrespecting, not knowing and the person's culture, not knowing anything, that they are completely in the right, which
But-
is the scary part.
Here's the thing, Manji. I don't even think this is somebody who has an issue with Eric, like an open, like, I hate Eric, blah, 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 this. I saw him having success, blah, blah, blah. I think it's simply this. We have a group of people in the world now who get kicks off of shit posting, and that's all they do. Their whole life is sarcasm and shit posting, not in the where I live through where we are very sarcastic just to get for our daily lives. No, these people, they have no emotions. They have no emotional attachment or sentiment. All they do is shit post, and that's
Well, he
the only
also
term I
has
can
no
put.
job, evidently, because you can travel.
Either that
somewhere in
either.
Texas to go.
I often wonder that the folks that go around doing this, how do they pay their bills? When do they punch in and out of work? They need to be able to sustain themselves, and the shit they're doing, it's kind of costly. If
I
I
want to
got
know
in
how
my
he
mind
did
to
it.
do that, I could not afford to.
I want to know how he did it because my family does ancestral research and we can't find half of the graves. How the hell did this guy find it?
It's like the people that'll get on 4chan, the endless war, and this really doesn't have nothing to do with what we're talking about, but just a mirror showing that what people do just to shit post. Do you remember a few years back when there was the whole drama with the whole "He will not divide us" flag? I know it's gonna sound like it's going nowhere, but I promise.
Yeah,
And there was
I
this
know what
whole
you're
drama
talking
where they
about.
kept
Everybody found
moving the flag
cabin.
around.
Everyone found the
And
cabin in the woods.
well, it went so far. 4chan were able to signal down not only where Shia LaBeouf had put the flag in the middle of Timbuktu, but they had narrowed it down to where he had put it in a white room with no discernible features. They figured out the house where it was and everything. Now, I
It's
think
like
that was a
geocache game on steroids.
well, yeah. My point is being there's a generation now that this is what all they live for. There is no future in sight. They feel
But they
there's no
have to
future in sight.
finance it somehow.
Well, then we can go down the other rabbit hole of who's funding them and how people show up at all these events to cause, all these big droves. What do we call them? Crisis actors. But that's a story for another day. And I really don't think this guy is attached to that thing. But just saying.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's a shit poster, and he's so into it that he's become tone deaf and doesn't realize the lines he's crossing.
And then we have to look at the very scary realization at where we ask, well, how are these people making ends meet? I mean, you have to eat, you have to have shelter, you need to have water, you need basic clothing stuff, and then it gets scary.
Well, what's scary is as nuts as this guy is to do this, he's also extremely intelligent to be able to pull that off. I would say he has the same superpower as Batman. You know what Batman's true superpower is, right?
We don't know if he was actually the one to
Detective work.
find it. He literally could have been someone in the group found it, and then he went, I'll go do it.
I mean, somebody
It
had to
could be
find
that
it.
too.
But
Do
that's
you know what
the
Batman's
point.
true superpower is?
Unless you do genealogy and research, finding random graves is not an easy task. And even if you do your research, you still can't find them half the time. They
Give a forum
found
like
it.
4chan the challenge, and they will find a way.
Can they
I know
find
this
Jimmy
is kind
Hoffa?
of unrelated,
Maybe.
but that the SS Sniper Wolf shit where she docks the other YouTuber.
I heard about that. I tried to listen to it, and I was so bored. It was like, this just sounds like YouTube drama. Goodbye.
Well, I mean,
I was listening to Metatron talk about it, and
Well,
so I
she
know it's
literally
important
watched
if
it this
Metatron's
morning.
talking about it. But
actually kind of serious because she took a picture of his house and
Well, the whole drama,
like the Shia LaBeouf stuff.
yeah,
All it takes is a fucking picture, and people can find out exactly where you live.
there is these, and I don't want to say it's like a certain age group because you can kind of argue it's a generational thing, but I really don't think it is. There's just we have reached this point in human society in all these first world countries where we have no real problems or don't know how to react to real problems, so we make problems up and we shitpost. So we will just intentionally do this stuff to get a kick out of causing people suffering. It's revolting.
Except it didn't work for that prankster YouTuber who got shot.
No, well,
No.
it doesn't, and ends up not
But
working
it
for a
didn't
lot
stop
of them.
him either. He didn't learn. From what I understand, he got up and kept doing it right after he recovered from the shot.
Mhm.
Yeah, how many times do you want to put your hand on that hot stove
Well,
before
you
you
know,
go,
there's
maybe I shouldn't?
there's what 500 million U.S. citizens. You know, we're bound to have a ridiculous amount of retarded ones. You know,
But Raven's got a point. I mean, there was that moron that got arrested in Japan.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
yeah, but it sounds. I mean, he kind of deserved to get arrested, and also Japan's not America. You don't got free speech.
Nope.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they have a lot of cool electronics
Yes, and
They got a lot of cool
and
vending
robots.
machines.
They got giant robots
oh,
that'll
right.
beat the snot out of
Childbirth
each other
rates.
for our entertainment. Bread and circuses, high tech.
The point is, people are so desensitized to basic human emotion now because of the digital age we live in, because of the World Wide Web we're all trapped in. There are people that can use it to there are people that can live with it. Like I would say, we're able to, it's we use the I don't know. It's late. I'm trying to use the term. Some people can adapt, and other people go crazy. There's a good term for it.
well,
Some
it's
adapt,
like
others go crazy.
you watch a channel like Internet Historian, and you get a pretty good firsthand account of pretty well the psychological depths that some people will go to on the internet just to do something for the lulls.
Oh, I'm not saying that they didn't arrest him for the saying the Nagasaki shit, but it's not America. They don't got First Amendment speech and shit, so they could have arrested him on that. I mean, if he was threatening people, or you know,
Yeah, yeah.
however it was. I mean, that's fucking stupid to do it.
And I think there's another thing too when it comes to having access to the internet where you could communicate with millions of people in the world instantaneously. Certain, let's just say, darker human tendencies, which would take a lot harder to exercise, like in crimes that you see back in the all in past history, it's much easier to exercise those negative emotions or those negative thoughts nowadays with the internet.
True.
You could probably make the case that a lot of those behaviors really come out more from a form of groupthink or mob mentality. Well, what's the internet but one gigantic mob?
Raven,
So if you're
good
what
hanging
was
point.
out in the
the
right or wrong circles, those emotions come out more.
Raven?
Yeah,
What
we're
was the
turning into
stupid?
the Orville in Majority Rules.
Yeah.
What was the stupid vlogger who kept getting beat up by the yakuza in Japan?
I think the
multiple
same
times?
guy.
Is it the same guy, the black dude?
Yeah, I think it's the same guy.
Is that? Tell me if that's the one, Raven. Because I've seen the stuff on him where he kept getting his ass kicked by the yakuza and shit.
That's a good question, Kahuna. Has the internet truly made bad human tendencies worse, or has it just spotlighted it? I think there might be a little combination of both.
A little of both skewing. I actually would skew more to the spotlighting.
Yeah,
thing.
I'm
Again,
skewing a bit more to the spotlight.
But I do
though
think it has
you do have a
exasperated it as
point.
well.
I mean, it's made it much easier for people to do it because you have, what is it called? Anonymity, whatever the fucking word is for it. You're anonymous,
yeah.
which I'm not saying that we
Anonymity.
make it where everyone has to be,
And
you have
then when
to
you get
play your
into
part.
the echo chambers and you can do these things. It's okay now. We tolerate these violent tendencies and these abusive tendencies and these negative tendencies.
Well, that and there's no pushback. I mean, they don't understand consequences.
Yeah, until consequences hits him right in the fucking face.
Well,
Like
that's that's where we're talking about anonymity. That eliminates a lot
I
of
might
the
be using the wrong word, by the way.
well, that eliminates a lot of the inherent responsibility since you can simply hide your face and supposedly, unless somebody's really thorough, you can get away with it. theoretically anyway.
Well, I mean, the dude who done the grave stuff. I mean, unless they can somehow get his account shit, the police. If he's committed a crime, I don't know if he's committed a crime. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
considered.
it's debatable whether he's actually committed a crime or not. Now, from an ethical standpoint, I mean, there's no question. But
Yeah. So, guys, if you don't like Eric July because of his opinions or his personality, I get it. If you don't care for his comics, that's fine.
Yeah, I
But
don't like Ryan Johnson, but
Don't go
I'm not
to
going to
his
show up to his mother's
ancestors'
grave.
grave. If
No.
you don't like him or what he's doing that bad,
You don't have to buy his comic. You do not have to read his book.
then
You
get
don't
out
have to
and
do
make your own
anything.
stuff to come to like counter it. You know, who knows? You might, even if you don't like him and we think you're nuts, if you just instead try and sit down and make up a story, you might come up with something really cool and we'll end up wanting to talk to you. I mean, you don't have to go hang out in someone's grave and just be gross and weird. I mean, when I first heard about this, my stomach turned. I'm like, what is wrong with these folks? I
it
thought
really feels like
they're
the
human beings.
Twitter.
They should not be acting like this.
It really feels like the Twitter grifter mentality just seeping through into the real
It's
world.
bleeding into reality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it does every here and there in major instances, but this is one of them.
Are they actually human beings if they're past the point of so numb they can't even respect people?
No, they're still human beings.
Still human. It's just they're heavily diluted.
Very out of touch, tone deaf, numb, I would say.
Numb. They are totally numb.
Now, how do you get them out of that?
Well,
numb
hold up.
place?
I wouldn't say numb. I just say they have some of the worst social skills out there.
Well, so do I, and I don't do shit like that.
Hold up. I said the worst social skills. You don't have the worst. I'm sorry.
You just have the weirdest.
Yeah.
Too close. But that's why I excel. That way I don't piss people off.
Yeah, Rianne Johnson. Like I fucking hate Rianne Johnson. But I'm not going to show up to his great grandfather or his mother or whatever, his family graves and take a picture and like, I'm not going to do that. I mean, it's just not right.
Yes, just deludedly. A kahunaism.
He's supposed to be building that PC. What's he doing?
For all we know, he's typing that on the PC now. Maybe it's running now.
No, he'd be on here.
Yeah. He'd come on here and we would hear a high definition woo. Maybe get the reverb going. It just kind of sounds like you're standing in front of Black Bolt when he's pissed.
But
yeah, we need someone who's good with Photoshop, video editing, and all that. Let's take that scene from Multiverse of Madness where Black Bolt goes to demolish that alternate version of Doctor Strange and then superimpose Kahuna in the place, and he goes, woo, back and overpowers him.
Oh,
all you gotta do is get him on a green screen or something. Have where he can
I don't want to
walk
think
out.
about that movie. No, you have to think about that again.
Well, read out soon. You'll be watching Hunger Games and something
snakes.
Ultimate Kahuna says it's like the people in Lahaina who started fires after the big fire. They burned down one or two more buildings on purpose. Not government people, just citizens. Really?
In Minecraft.
Minecraft sounds like a horrible place. Jeez.
Well,
it really is sometimes, especially when the server's been hacked.
Goddamn griefers.
Hold up.
Now, if anyone needs to hack that server, it should be Gray Still Plays because he does awesome stuff when he breaks into that. Destroying the Ender Dragon with a bunch of mutated axolotls. That was just... These big mutant axolotls go, a whole horde of them go charging at the Ender Dragon, and they just chuck fish at the thing. And they pelted him to death with fish.
Otter, you also need to put the link for the video. People want to learn more about your
the Q&A stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go ahead and link that really quick.
Oh, hell yeah.
You confuse.
There it
You
is. There it
confused
is.
Nikolai. You confused Nikolai
Oh,
that day.
I
Frequency.
really confused Nikolai.
I
think we
did?
all did.
No, Frequency did because Frequency was like, oh, because he thought we were talking about our Cyberpunk gaming stream. He's like, oh, it's going on right now.
Well, I
Oh,
can tell you
yeah,
one thing.
yeah.
If we ever have beef with each other, we'll just have a good old fashioned write off.
No, I'll track
Yeah.
you down. And
If we ever have beef, Maji, we'll settle it in Mario Kart.
no, I'm gonna kidnap Maji in Minecraft, put her in a cage in Minecraft, and make her watch My Immortal.
Did that
Oh,
did
hey,
that go in as a
Minecraft.
clickable link? Or do I
Does
have
it
to
work? I
drop
think
it?
you have to give it to them, Otter.
Oh, do I have to? I also put it in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, I'm
I think you
looking.
need to
I'm,
make us
I'm
mods on your YouTube
looking it up
channel,
right
by
now
the
to
way.
see if that
I
works
think
as a
I'm the only
clickable
one
link.
that's a mod, and I'm terrible at it.
Yeah,
I can't
Frequency,
figure
think
out how
we
to
need
make
it
you.
all
I want to make
mods.
you guys mods. I just don't know how.
I'm not sure how he made. I think he made me an app by accident.
Can you drop clickable links in, Maji?
Let me try. I haven't actually tried, but I know I have a blue wrench.
Here, click on my name when I put a message.
Well, I'm going off the StreamYard's chat and straight into the actual YouTube to see if that's working.
Well, see, part of the problem is I can when I'm on my phone. Oops. I can when I'm on my phone, but I don't know if I can when I'm like chatting like we are.
Oh yeah,
I think
it's
you
not
should be able to
showing
kick
up.
on her name and add mod.
Yeah,
Why
I
am I not
can't.
seeing it?
I
There we
can't from here, but I can on my phone. I just don't have access to this chat on my phone. It doesn't cross over for some reason. But if you send me the link in Gilded, I could copy paste. No, I can't. Gilded's stupid. Never mind.
No, that's weird. I come over here and it's not showing on the YouTube chat, but it's showing in the StreamYard's chat. All right.
Is James joining?
I also posted it directly through YouTube, so it should be there now.
It's not. It's been censored.
Oh, it's been censored.
Oh, is that what? All right. Let me copy and paste that thing. Oh, crap. I'm trying to do that and it's like, yeah.
Oh,
can you send it?
blocks
It's
links.
not. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I don't know, Maji. He popped up in the Wing It chat and said
we're
he's
fixing
off
to wrap
work.
it
I
up.
was hoping he'd pop in before we closed off.
We're actually like 27 minutes over.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to see if he was coming in and chilling. He's got some new stuff coming out.
Yeah. Otter, drop that link in the Wing It chat so I can just post the actual clickable link into the chat.
All right, it's in the private chat right now.
Oh, okay. I'm over on the Gilded again.
If you're still watching us now, we appreciate you're willing to endure.
We are now experiencing technical difficulties.
I think we just hit boomer hour and we're all tired.
Yes. This is far past technical difficulties. This is mental difficulties.
Okay, we got it in there now.
Compute, beep, beep, bop, boop.
Careful, you put that as your pronoun, you get banned.
I don't have pronouns. All my nouns are amateurs. All right, that link is in the chat. Anything else anybody wants to touch on tonight before we wrap it up?
Nope. I'm good.
I think that's all she wrote.
What was that?
Write your story.
All right, then I guess we're on to parting plugs. So, Readout, you want to go first?
I suppose there's two ways you can tune in and listen to my gibberish. One way is by subscribing to Readout Productions, where we live, explore, and preserve history. In addition to history videos, which are semi-hiatus due to me having a very busy schedule this month, I also try to go live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Uncut History, where I ramble for an hour on air, no script. It's horrifying and fantastic. And if you want to listen to me and my friends ramble about pop culture stuff, so movies, books, TV shows, music, etc., you can subscribe to the Heterochromedia podcast. Those that are in A Drink with Crazies Gilded will especially love the Heterochromedia podcast because myself, Maji, and Otter were held hostage by Billy to read the worst fanfic of all time, My Immortal. The dramatic read is available right now.
With a
I still
special
have the
opinion by
nightmares.
Trippy at the end of episode 3.
Yes.
Please make the nightmares go away.
No, they are permanent.
Oh God. The fuck
But
did
do you know what
do to
else is permanent, dude?
What's that?
This is forever out there as one of the books.
Yes,
One
it
of the
is.
books
Without
of all
athletic
time.
tits, sadly.
Without athletic tits. I
What?
guess on that note, if you want to see more of what I do, my debut novel, The Curse of the Star Raids, is out now. So swords and sorcery, weird fantasy, gritty action, and athletic tits. All of that is within this 200 plus page book. The Curse of the Star Raids, you can most easily find it on Barnes and Noble. If you want to see what else I do, I have a blog page where I post reviews, short stories, and the odd opinion piece.
And that is called Downstream Pulp at Substack. Also linked in the description below. Maji, what would you like to plug tonight?
Well, I got nothing really special to plug, so I'll go ahead and plug IronAge Media. Check out ironage.media. He's always got some new prompts, stuff going on. I believe he started doing the narration prompts as well. I'm not sure. I haven't followed that one yet. But every other week he posts a new prompt and tries to get people to submit little short stories and stuff. Also, it's a great way to catch up on any new campaigns starting or just new authors in general. Richard's been putting in the midnight hours, man.
All right. Billy Bob.
Kapla, kapla, kapla. Subscribe to my Only Gremlins. There's this book called Steel and Cuckbright, something like that. I don't know,
Fuck
it's
you.
on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Gay Artists for Us. You know, all them websites.
All right, my turn. I'd like to advertise
Utterly and terrifying.
Haley Storm, Bad Stormbright. Haley Steele, Bad Stormbright. There we go. No, wait.
How dare you?
Haley Star, Bad Kitty, a nice sci-fi fantasy adventure novel. She starts out with alien invasion, armed with nothing but her arm-mounted potato gun at the start. But she gets her upgrades, and her upgrades work. Check it out. It's a good time. All right. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, I'm looking up how to add your moderators on your channel.
That would be good to know. All right, well, let's wrap it. Thank you, everyone, for stopping in. We got a couple more comments down the bottom here. Let's see. Kahuna says, "Sorry for being low energy tonight. I'm tired and pretty distracted. Understandable." And
That was you on low energy?
You still brought the vibe, dude. You still brought the vibe. No worries. Yeah, Guilty Gearhead's asking the same thing.
I think that's all of us asking that.
All right. Do y'all know why female otter are all a little gay? The heat clamps regularly. Oh.
Wow.
Well,
I think it's
on
time
that
to put
note-
the lug.
Space laser.
Clams.
Yes.
Athletic clams.
have a great night, everybody. Thanks for stopping in. all of you in chat, you guys you drive this show so much more than you realize. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. Everyone have a great night, and we'll see you next week.
See ya. Have fun.
Athletic tits.
Athletic tips.
Potato.
Potato gun.
Be a while since you've seen me again, so have fun, guys.
By the goat.
Bye, the goat.